Last time on Just Roll With It, we find out our old king is causing quite a ruckus back home.
King Rigmond
Why?
has started war.
Are we taking my leave now for personal reasons?
And an old friend wants to speak with us, apparently.
One other king has alerted me to wanting to speak with you.
Is it the Rat King?
It is that one, yes.
And we just showed up and crowned Velrisa as her new champion.
One to carry on my legacy, one to tell my story. And I want you to fill that role for me, Velrisa.
Whatever may happen next, I'm not too sure. But whatever does happen, we'll just have to roll with it.
Where we last left off, the party made it back home to, well, Mountain's old home, Toggendor, to find the streets empty. Not a soul in sight, not a bird chirping in the sky. It was silent. Stepping around the courtyard, the only person you bumped into was a warforged, before you subsequently met face to face with the king, who finally exited the castle to deliver such news that a war is on the verge of breaking out between the wharf and what seems to be the majority of Viecta.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, that's right.
In the midst of this despair, however, some good news was delivered, as the party tells the king of Mira's defeat. With the corrupt and crooked queen finally vanquished, this left a lot more holes open to the party, a lot more opportunity. What comes next? What comes next for the party?
Uh-oh.
We prepare for battle. We prepare for war. Not only is there now a king on the verge of starting war with this country, but there are rumors that he's siding with Ungaro for that day, or when that day comes. There's a lot of planning to do now. So where we last left off, the party was just getting started. Tell me, where are we going from here, my friends? Where are we moving on? Onder is going to be your guys' toe, I will say for sure. He will be here mostly for just the hiring and the basic grunt work of getting army, getting soldiers, getting people ready for this fight that's coming in 70 odd days. Not a lot of time to prepare, honestly, when you think about it.
It really isn't. It really isn't.
So, time feels rushed. Lives are on the line. The sands of time are ticking down as Ungaro draws nearer and nearer, and we have some final decisions to face. Especially one decision that we will reach this episode. Who
has
is
the
coming
fattest
back?
ass on Just Roll With It?
It's me!
No, it's me. I'm gonna fight you over
All
it.
right, no,
Someone's got
that's
it.
fair. No, we have to come to one decision this episode, one important decision before the battle. And that's, who do we bring back? You're given one final lifeline. One more mortal who's been lost from this world can come back and help. So as we come back into it, we're still in Toggendor. We're still at the tavern. I'm going to say possibly a day has passed since last episode. You guys went to bed that night to awaken to this following day. Not much occurred yesterday after the episode, we'll say. You guys mostly probably just did some more thinking to yourselves, especially about this decision that Weejas put in front of not just Velrisa, but the whole party.
Hey, Jared.
What's that?
I think if we went to bed that night, I would have read Oriana's letter.
You would have read it? Okay, perfect. We can get right into that then. All right, so, Taxi. Before bed, as you're sitting there on your cot, you reach into your pockets and you pull out that letter. The one you haven't opened just yet. With this moment of solitude, you take the time to read Oriana's letter. The letter reads as follows. Dear Taxi, I hope things are going well. I know that it's been quite some time since our last meeting. I am doing well. Olgard is doing well. However, we both know that the world is not doing well. We've been on our own adventures for a while now, and we think it's time we head home. Olgard and I will be heading back to Viecta. I do not know if I will see you. I do not know when I will see you. But I really hope our paths cross again someday, Needle. And that is where the letter ends.
Vague as always. Alright. I keep it tucked away and go to bed that night.
Okay. As you lay your head to sleep, Taxi, that night, you have a very vivid dream. You have a dream about Oriana and Olgard. You see the both of them with an adventuring party, 3 more strong, very, very strong male warriors. In your dreams, as you see them, you see all of them standing among Oriana and Olgard. You feel insignificant. You start to feel that lesserness. You start to feel that anxiety inside. And you awaken to a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different feelings about Oriana, what could be happening, what she's been through, what has happened. But you know there's a lot to catch up on, so there's still a very minor amount of eagerness to hopefully see her again, somewhere in there. So for the rest of you, that night, Velrisa, as you head to bed, you give a prayer to Weejas, thinking about everything that's happened, everything that's been done, what you've been through, and especially with the information you've been given now, the role you've been given now as a champion of Weejas. After your prayers to Weejas, you lay your head down for a very lackluster slumber. It's very hard to find, to collect your thoughts and find ease, find a good spot to rest inside your own mind. In your dreams, you see a web. In your dreams, there's nothing but this dark mist that surrounds this web. The threads of it, it feels like a spider that would have created this would have to be the size of buildings. As you watch the web just stretch beyond your view into this black mist. In your dream, you just subconsciously traverse it, walking down these strings and strings of web. And the further down you walk, you start to see fires, lights inside of the blackness. Little purple torch lights that slowly form into these fire-like shapes. You begin to pick out symbols and letters within them, and something clicks. Something in you clicks, and the darkness all bursts out into this large purple flare of fire. And in front of you, you see your objectives, your dreams, your goals. You see your friends, the ones you have to protect. You see tribulations along the way. For a flash of a second, you feel like you see your entire life moving forward. And it feels relieving. It feels like something has been restored. A natural order has come back. And a huge weight has just been relieved from your shoulders. And to that morning you awaken feeling puzzled but well rested. Other than those wonderful dreams, everybody else has pretty average normal nights. And you all awaken early morning to the sound of the birds chirping outside. It's a nice day. let me actually double check to make sure I'm not wrong about this. I always forget who has the highest survival, but I'm pretty sure Mountain has the highest survival next to Taxi, or does Taxi have higher than Mountain? I think Taxi might have the highest.
I might have highest.
You might have highest?
Mine is +5.
Mine's plus 9.
Plus 9? What's Taxi's?
Mine's +8.
+8? Okay, so I would have both Sonnen and Taxi then make survival checks for me in the morning, please.
Oh, what's
Click
this?
the button. Boom! I hate this button.
I got
It
a 15.
sucks. I got an 11.
An 11 and a what?
15.
15, perfect. Taxi, as you awaken in the morning, hearing the birds chirp outside, you step towards the window, opening it up just to get a nice look on the fresh morning day. And
After my dream of meaty men.
Meaty men staring at your girlfriend.
That's what I gotta do.
it is also
Cool
currently
guy
summer,
Taxi.
as we've said before as well. It's currently summertime. But as you open the window to this nice morning, you feel a bit of a cold bite in the air that you're very familiar to, akin to the first steps of fall coming around.
I can't believe it.
The leaves will start falling soon.
Yeah, you assume within the next couple weeks or so, the leaves will start changing colors and fall. Autumn will be upon us.
I feel it. The seasons are changing. And so am I.
Taxi slicks back its hair.
I'm gonna I look for sleeveless vest immediately.
Look, where are you from?
No, but everybody else.
It's cold. It's the perfect weather for sleeveless vests.
Autumn's coming. I must cut my sleeves.
I have to cover up a little.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit, not the arms.
Bro, do you have leather pants?
I give him the other parts of the vest that I cut out, so he only has sleeves in the middle.
Oh my god.
That's perfect.
Fucking JRPG design.
Where are we going to?
Sleeves halfway down.
Sleeved vest.
But after
Where
this,
do we all end up after we
I would
wake
say
up?
you guys all awaken, redonning your equipment, getting ready for the day. We'd probably do this the same way you guys start near the bottom of the tavern. First floor, probably where everyone would come to near this time. It's probably about 7 a.m. Probably woke up pretty damn early today. I assume you went into bed pretty late as well. I mean, pretty early as well, I meant to say.
Who wants to lead in?
I yawned. This is my yawn. Who does want to lead this, actually?
Do we even need anybody to lead this? Let's just fucking go for it.
All right, I'll lead it in. Anders there. As everyone comes down the stairs meeting up, Anders already downstairs, wearing just a basic cotton white shirt and some brown trousers, sitting against one of the tables, drinking a morning cider. And he goes, you're awake. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you're finally awake.
You're finally awake. I've been doing some paperwork throughout the night and the morning. From the looks of it, I actually have already gathered quite a, interesting idea, I'll say, about the headquarters of sorts.
You sure you shouldn't just be resting? I mean, you kind of died like a little bit.
Oh, Br'aad, I am no longer fit for combat. I'm afraid I'll never see a battlefield again in my life. I have plenty of years now to rest before my demise.
Or like 79 days, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Indeed we will. But for your base, your fort, I've had the idea for a scouting party of sorts. What if we expand the Fated?
But Fated 5 works so well. They both start with
As
F.
long as it sounds good, we can do like the Fated
40.
50 or like 500 maybe.
Yeah, 500.
I wasn't saying
has
to
start
change your
with an
name.
F.
Obviously, you 5 are still known as the Fated. No matter what we do, I'm sure everyone will still associate you 5 to that name. But I mean more, if we spread our numbers, especially if we're building a fort, we'll need staff members, we'll need people working in there, we'll need caretakers
yeah.
for the grounds, we'll need
Now,
guards, we'll need...
issue.
How are we going to pay for all that?
Thank you, Taxi. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I got you.
I have a
That'd be
very, very good idea as to how we can pay for that. We have a very, very recent new friend who's also a king, who also might have quite a lot of money sitting around in their treasury.
So he's gonna sponsor us.
Another heist. Very
That's
good.
not what I was thinking.
We went in 2 different directions.
So here's the plan. Br'aad, you distract the robot man, and I walk in and put it all in my pocket.
Oh, I've been working on this one for a while.
That's a good plan.
Don't you worry.
It's a sound plan.
It's a sound plan.
Okay. So we asked the king to pay for a staff. What you're looking for a scouting party to do what?
Well, one thing we're going to need to find out is a spot for battle.
Yeah.
You see, when Ungaro comes, whenever he does, on that fated day,
77 days or so. I've been
Yes.
keeping count with my...
we're going to need a reputable spot where we can openly fight such a large creature.
So how do we deliver that to Ungaro? Do we just tell him, so here is the place, meet us there sooner than 10 o'clock?
Yes,
Let's try and
because
wrap this up
a
before-
intellectual necromantic deity will fall for something as, hey, come
Meet us
over
at
here.
meet us at the green at 4, buddy.
I mean, do you usually
Let's
pick
throw
battle
down.
spaces, like places for war? Is that usually how there's an agreement? I thought it just kind of
Well,
happened.
Yeah, it does, but on a upscaled war like this, one that's quite literally the world,
We'd have to do it at like
A
a
world war.
coast side.
we're going to have to probably find a decent spot, especially for him of his size, near the ocean, wherever he might
Yeah.
rise. We'll have to find somewhere to lure him, or we could even set up traps.
How are we meant to lure a giant necromantic dragon sea turtle?
Well, if I had one guess as to who he wants to kill first, I'd point my fingers at the 5 of you.
Oh,
Why would he want to do that?
Gee, I wonder why. Possibly the only people who have stood in his way from world domination.
So, okay. Now, back to the whole money thing. Are we sure the king's gonna have enough money to sponsor an entire army that is supposed to save the world?
We'll need more than just Hagen Door. This is what
Okay,
I was
yeah.
wondering. We should move through some other cities, other people. I'll save that kind of work for not you folk. That's not your line of work necessarily. You aren't accountants by any means.
That's what you think.
But we should definitely try to talk to anyone we have close relations with, especially those who might be able to add funding or any form of support for this war, this fight.
Duquois, I mean, he has money, right?
Yeah, or whatever his new name is. Like, what was
No,
it?
it
Cool,
was
cool dude, mega bro.
Brogard? Yeah, Brogard.
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 Axel,
God
thank
of
you.
the bros.
Not a bros.
His name is Axel, thank you. How
Axel
Punch it.
Brogard. Yep. What a
Axel fucking
Axel
Jesus.
Brogard. Yep.
we already established a lot of the people we're contacting, but since they're all in so many different locations, how do we plan to... I mean, did you think about that too?
I mean, we can teleport once per day through a tree.
Oh, I mean, like maybe there's people we can send for them.
The sending spell.
that too, I guess.
We also could send letters to other ones if we run out of magic means. But
Well, that sounds very impersonal.
we only
I would
have
fight
one
for
way to
it.
teleport here, but maybe we could find another means of transportation. I'm not sure, really. We only have 70 odd days until it strikes, so we should plan our days accordingly. We don't have many left. Today, I think we should start moving. We should speak to the king, express what we'd like from him. And then after that, we should move on to whoever we are speaking to next. We should continue out of Tagendor. We've been here already too long.
Well, I mean, there is one large coastal place I can think of that we may be able to battle on, and coincidentally, it's also where I used to live. And there are people there that I wanted to ask for help for this.
Where are you
sure you
referring
wanna-
to? Truth name you got.
Beep 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 beep.
I'm surprised you want to bring a fucking giant dragon turtle to your home island.
Fuck him, bro.
Fuck him, I guess.
Fuck
Okay.
him.
No,
Fuck
my
it.
my home forest is a little bit off ways from the coast, but the place I am referring to, where is it? Holy, okay. The continent I'm referring to is Sedai.
Sedai. I know of that one. It's not far from here, in fact. We just have to take the western seas to get there.
Oratory.
Now, wait, listen to me. We're talking about bringing an entire army from mainland Viecta into this other continent off the seas. That sounds... I'm not smart or anything, okay? I know
We'd
it sounds
obviously
smart,
have
but
to
that
get-
sounds very logistically hard.
We have to get permission from the people of that land. Make sure they're okay with us using it like a battlefield. But I do know that the eastern sides of that continent, there are many very jagged cliffs that aren't necessarily inhabited. That would leave a very open range for a battle.
There's a lot of land there that isn't really inhabited.
Yes. We'd have to probably speak to the elders, if anybody, from Sedai.
As far as getting an army there, Zilnin, I don't know. He asked for a location. Maybe this
mean, yeah.
magic.
As long as we get a location as soon as possible, we'll have time to start moving troops. It'll not be easy, and we'll need a lot of magical means. We'll have to find some casters that can move units of that size.
Oh, I mean, we still need to go there and ask and see and make sure that it works.
I'm not saying set in stone yet, and even if that doesn't work, I was going to also suggest my home. After Forge Island, while it is a place of sacred grounds, I also understand that it is a island completely solicited to itself, completely on its own, solitary. So it would be also a very smart place to fight a deity of such sorts that would cause calamity, death, and destruction wherever he wakes.
But Velrisa's siblings.
They aren't at After Forge Island. After Forge Island is simply only a place for clerics. The only inhabitants there are going to be my people. Maybe some of their families that stay close, but Velrisa's family is not there.
Now, I'm cool with whatever we do there, but we need to fill some roles, right? Like, obviously we need to find casters who can do teleportation magic on a large scale, right?
If
Is
we
there
can
anything
move
else?
units
Yeah,
off of
is there
this
anybody else we
continent.
should be finding? Like, do we need somebody to command an army? I don't know. I've never commanded an army before.
I think
personally.
first step
What
is
about
we
you
need to
guys?
find strong allies. Before we start thinking of the big numbers, we should start thinking of who is strong, who can stand toe-to-toe alongside the fated, and maybe stand a chance of survival against the likes of Ungaro.
Well, there's not many. I mean,
Yeah, we're pretty fucking strong.
we just need to contact them, which we could go talk to the king and get letters sent or sending messages, spells. We don't have to go to them directly.
Right. It would be much faster if we didn't anyway. We have to conserve our days. But that's enough chatting. If you lot are ready and there's nothing else we should converse about, we should probably get a move on to the king.
As we're walking, may I lean over to Br'aad?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, ooh, taxi. What's going on?
Hey, have you ever been in love?
Asking Br'aad for love advice.
No, this is
Sure,
this is
plenty of
strange.
times. What's up?
So, have you ever dreamt about? This is just a hypothetical.
Okay.
Well, have you ever dreamt about 3 massive, large,
Can I hear them?
muscular
Taxi,
men?
what you're experiencing is completely normal.
You know what? Forget it.
Tell me more.
No, it's okay.
Talk more about the muscles.
Tell me more about the 3 big
Forget I asked,
sweaty
okay,
men. Glad you wanted to do that bit. I'm glad we did it.
That was good. Okay.
Did not realize that was where I was going.
You guys make it back to the castle, going into the throne room. The king is currently sitting on his throne. As you come in, a few advisors are just leaving. It seems like they had a very, very brief discussion about something. Not necessarily heated, but you can tell every party involved seems quite stressed, quite distressed, if anything. But as you guys enter, he kind of just has his head in his hands, sitting on his throne.
Ragnar. We,
Yes.
we've been talking it over, and we were thinking about how we would take on Ungaro. We were wondering what you could provide to the cause. If you could supply us with funds for the army.
Right. We have already started preparations for what we are referring to the final day. We already have soldiers, armies that are training specifically for this fight. We're devising traps and anything really that we can use to our advantage. I can happily assist, of course, in any way. I don't know what I can offer, but I am happy to use whatever I can to save this world, to save my people, to save you, Mountain.
Thank you, yes. If you could, inform Ander here of what you've got going on, what you have planned and such, that would be good.
We can certainly talk. We can certainly talk business later.
Yeah, I'll let you know what we come to, who we gather. And all
Also,
and such.
I've started sending some of my men towards the compound that you cleared. We're hoping to maybe get some information or even some weaponry that Mira was hiding from us that might even help in this battle.
Well,
So if I get anything from that as well, I will give you word.
we didn't leave much, but whatever you can find, I'm sure will help. Thank you.
Maybe if they can find the.
Yeah, any spare airships maybe? Just lying around.
Phil, didn't you leave your stuff there?
I was just about to say, they stripped me of my armor and my weapons, and they must have stored it somewhere in there.
Knowing Mira, she definitely kept it. Probably collecting it somewhere if it looked pretty.
If it could
Gross.
be
I'll be sure
retrieved.
that my men find it if it's still there, and if not, we'll try to find it. We'll track it down as much as we can.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I fear for what comes next, but I understand that you lot need to get a move on. Yes, there's a lot to be done. I have a lot to do. There are people already anarchy in the streets, panicking, ready for the end of times. Crime is honestly rampant now. People have quit caring about their morality, their humanity.
I think it's important that you rally your people who are here, and if that's not already a priority anyway, I'll keep you updated on everything.
Right, I will let you know. Also, do not forget to converse with that forsaken king you were wanting to. I'm sure he still has a select few words for you. Also,
I think we were just heading there, actually.
Before I forget, there was one more looking for your lot before you leave the city.
Oh, no.
A captain just came back in from the port. He was looking for all of you.
Oh, him, right.
We could split up. I mean, Mountain and still into the Rat King.
Yeah.
Br'aad and I could go talk to the captain, and Velrisa, you are free to choose whatever you wish.
It's always a good idea. It's never gone wrong before.
It's never gone wrong before.
Wow.
It's true.
I think it's
never
never
gone wrong
time I
before.
died when we were split away from the rest of them.
I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't want to see the Rat King.
No, I get it. Yeah,
We gotta
me
see
neither.
him. We gotta
I don't
see
know if
him.
it's a
Maybe
good
he's
plan to split
maybe
up
he's
now.
gotten better. Maybe he's gotten a little better.
I have a strong feeling that he has gotten worse.
If you don't want to go, you don't have to go.
Well, if we're all
do
going
it.
together, of course I'm going to go. But if I'm just saying, splitting up might be an option.
I actually don't mind. I think splitting up is the way to go here.
Andre at this point just kind of nods and goes, and I'll stay here and converse with the king about plans and strategy.
If we don't ever come back, something went wrong.
Something probably stupid happened. If we're like, let's just be honest.
I have no worry about you. I know that the Fated can handle themselves, even while split up. Whatever the city throws at you, whatever the Rat King throws at you, I'm sure you'll be fine.
But guys, I don't think it's a good idea to split up right now.
It really doesn't matter to me. Let's just do whatever. Well, let's go for it. Where are we going first?
I think we should just go to the Rat King, all of us.
Why?
Or we can go see the captain right after.
But I have no way to argue. But the Rat King is just so grabbed my head and tried to.
Just don't get it within grabbing range, Taxi. Come on.
Easy.
This is day one stuff, dude.
You're right. I've grown. There is no absolute way that I will succumb to such illusions.
6
At
feet.
this
Social
point.
distance yourself from him.
With the epidemic going on right now, he would
No,
never break
don't
such
do
a
that.
No,
Don't
no.
do that.
With the Black Plague rampant through Ingress.
That's bad.
All right, fine. We can go to the Rat King together.
Well, we have to go to the cabin first, don't we?
We're going.
No, let's go to
after.
him second. I think it's a fair progression to go to Captain second because he has the airship that can bring us places.
But is
That's
the
true.
Raccoon close?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, yes.
He said he'd be meeting you guys.
Totally forgot
He
about
never
that.
told us how though. Oh,
He said he'd
Rat
be meeting you
King, I
guys here in the
beseech you.
Toggendor.
Oh, I can find him. Just kidding.
I cast look
Okay.
for rats.
You probably smell him.
I
Honestly.
cast smell rats.
So you guys are leaving the castle.
I mean, I can locate a large group of rats.
What do
You
you
guys
do
are
it, you
leaving the
won't.
castle though, correct? You guys are leaving the
Yeah,
castle
yeah,
and
yeah.
going
Yeah.
out to look for the Rat King. That is
I
what
will.
we're doing. Okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
You guys step outside the castle. You were not told where to meet the Rat King again. Just simply that he would be in Toggendor.
Show me the location of a group.
Grease.
The
Castle.
first
Casting a spell.
inclination of where to go comes very quickly to all of you.
Oh.
Actually, all of you, as soon as you step outside of the castle.
I take my spell.
There's a rat sitting right at the foot of the stairs, the large marble stairs that go up into the castle. A singular rat is sitting on its hind legs, looking up at you guys, its ears perked, wagging its tail very lightly.
It can't be.
No. He's really still alive, isn't he? Tipsy?
Tipsy.
That you?
The rat does a couple little jumps in a circle excitedly as it
Oh my
starts
God,
as it
it's
starts
him.
darting. It starts darting.
Yes, it's
It starts darting out of the courtyard.
It's him. Follow that rat.
Jared was a T-posing.
Tipsy the guide rat.
It was not T-posing.
I run
be
after
sure
it,
till we make
tears
sure and certain.
streaking behind me.
You follow it. It runs out of the courtyard and starts darting down the streets, heading towards the southern entrance of Tagendor.
Is Velrisa sprinting as well?
No.
Okay, then we.
Everyone chases it except for Velrisa. She's just like, it's like I just seen, you see like a hill, and it's like a rat running down the hill, and you see like the entire gang, like cartoons start running after it, then like a few seconds pass, and then Velrisa just starts walking too. It's perfect, that's wonderful. And you guys follow Tibsy down the streets of Tagendor into a back alley, down a manhole. The rat runs. It runs down a nearby storm drain, and you see the only way down is a nearby manhole in the back alley. So
And
feeling no choice, if you continue to follow, you will be heading underground.
Why is it always the sewers and the tunnels and the caves? It's who? Why? Just why?
Why can't you just meet us in a tavern, for God's sake? I mean, like, it's
Would it be
not
so
that
hard? Would it though?
Would
I mean,
it?
it's on
No.
brand.
All right, so who's going first?
I'll fucking go first. God damn it. I start climbing down.
I'll follow with
You
Br'aad.
step down
Br'aad is
into-
on my back now.
All right, I'm on his back. I guess.
That's just
You guys fall down the ladder and Taxi breaks his back.
Sick. That would happen.
You you climb the ladder down into the sewers.
I crawl.
You crawl down the ladder.
Crawl down the ladder.
Stepping foot into the murky, dark sewer pipes, you hear the dripping of the ambient water. You smell that familiar smell. You don't want to be down here again. But down there you see Tibsy, just out of view, just falling out of
God,
view.
is that
down,
confirmed? Is it really
down the
tipsy?
tunnel.
He's saying it. The DM's saying it. We have to run. Can't let him. We can't lose another one.
You
Can't lose
follow.
another tipsy.
It's not too late to turn around.
That's all rat. And I sprint off into the tunnel.
You sprint off into the tunnels.
I do.
I start fucking crying, dude.
All of you, as you follow Tibsy running down into the tunnel, it goes straight for a very long time. You're used to these sewer systems. They curve, they tunnel, they bridge out, they connect through a town system. They have to have leading pipes and connections. But this one just goes straight and straight, to the point where you start to feel puzzled. Where are you going? How does this make any sense? Why are the sewers even built like this? And as you turn around to look back the way you came, there's just a flat brick wall. And as you turn back around to look at the sewers again, they're still it's some form of sewers, but they look slightly different. The bricks are made of a different material, a darker green. There's these weird ambient green torch-like lights very far off in the distance. But you're still standing here in this long, long pipe. This tunnel.
Okay. If anyone, maybe we can go upwards to get out. Maybe there's another exit.
Tipsy's
That's
not
our
up
rat
there, though,
taxi.
is he?
We've got to
What?
follow him.
He's not. He's out there.
He's that way.
You guys continue.
We're chasing him.
And he's
So you
in
continue
here.
chasing. As you walk, hurriedly, you running after Tibsy are running down the tunnel. After only another very brief sprint, you're interrupted. You're halted by a sight As you look off, just where the darkness starts to fade into your dark vision, you can see at the end of the tunnel, you see a form come into view. A hunched over figure, somebody sitting against the wall down against the tunnel. Someone just rocking back and forth against the wall.
6 feet, taxi.
I put my staff behind my back. I think I forgot my staff above at the entrance of the sewer.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your other hand.
That's only
too.
one of your hands.
Show me your other hand. What's going on?
Both hands.
Okay,
Nope, both at the same time.
Same time. Nice
lean up
forearms,
against the wall.
taxi. And nicer
You
staff.
just hear
Let's
the
go.
clink, 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 clink of the staff falling to the ground. As you
Does he
step
have-
forward,
Does he have eyes?
the figure you can't see yet. So it's very
okay.
far off into the dark tunnel. You can just see like the shadow, like the vignette of somebody
Oh, okay, my bad.
just sitting there. So you can't really tell any features of them. They just like they're rocking back and forth, sitting against the side of the tunnel. As you approach, however, you start to see the skin. Start to see that they're covered in fur. A long, long rat-like pink tail protrudes from the back of their ripped trousers as you're
Oh.
looking face to face with this humanist were-rat, this abomination, this humanoid large rat man. Their long, long nose covered in, you can see tears of the fur coming off. You can see parts where the skin is bubbling out in cysts, and they look like a living humanoid street rat. They're absolutely disgusting. The smell is the first thing that hits you as you go close to them. It's pungent.
Oh.
Tibbs, you've gotten so big. how you've grown.
As you look past them, you see Tibbsy still standing very far past them in
I
the
was
tunnel,
wrong.
just
Please
waiting.
tell me he's spinning around like.
Wait, is this not what?
And then the person
like
looks
a
up
quest object.
as you guys are walking up and approaching. He kind of slowly looks up, and you get a better look at the very, very rat face. The whiskers all are drooping, and some of them cut. You can see a lot of scars going down the sides as well as their black beady eyes look up at you. Their two crooked, broken teeth coming out of the top of their overbite as well.
So like, did we kill this thing?
He,
No.
who are you? Where have you come from?
You know exactly who we are.
We we come from the above world.
Wait, you're here for the king? Yes,
Yes.
you're here for him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was told of these things. I was told to be ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Yeah, you don't look ready.
How do you get ready?
Yeah, he stands up. As he stands up, he starts brushing off. You see a lot of like dead spiders and insects kind of falling off of his clothes.
Oh.
As he gets up and starts wiping
Foundation.
Where were you even keeping those?
off. I've been resting for quite some time. Follow me. I'll take you to the king.
Just breathe.
Can we just keep following Tibbsy? You stay here and keep watch.
You want to follow him?
Yeah,
Forever. For the rest of
We have history.
we do.
Forever.
Yeah.
He
We
says,
gave him a.
back, and then he sits back down and he pulls out a cockroach from his pocket and starts gnawing on it.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, have fun with that. Tipsy, we're coming.
You run past the feral rat man, following
Gross, he's
Tibbsy
gross, man.
instead.
Fuck him. Like,
As you follow Tibbsy just a little bit further, you see the tunnel widens out into an open area. It looks bizarre at first, trying to get a wrap around. It looks like a giant cavern, but the walls, the ceiling, the floor, that's all made of the same bricking as the sewer pipes are made out of. This large, open, domed out room. You look around, you see several more of these rat-like people. You see little tents even put up around. Little fires, and in the fires you see they're spit roasting small little dead animals, insects, things of the sort. The smell, it smells very rancid as well as you enter this area. You start to lose track of Tibbsy because a crowd of these rat people move by, but you see him again, just past them, and he darts off to the right, somewhere off into this cavern.
I'm ready.
Tax,
I looked
you're
down
so
for like
cool.
2 seconds.
You continue to you continue to follow, moving past the rat folk. A lot of them giving you glances as you pass, sometimes trying to speak to you or quickly grab your arm and beg for something, but you quickly push them off and keep trying to just move past them, trying to ignore them as you focus on Tibsy. You start to also point out a few of them that look a little different, a bit more feral, a much bigger as well, as most of them are only about 5 feet, 5.5 feet tall. You see a few of them that stand more closer to 6.5, some even 7 feet. He's large, muscle bound as well. You see the top, the upper body has a lot of muscle to it. These rat-like creatures, they look a lot more feral and a lot more dangerous than the other ones, a lot less human. They definitely do not interact with you as you see them. You see them just off in the distance past the crowd, sitting around, some of them even chained to the ground. Their eyes are very red and very beady compared to the rest. You move past though, brushing it all off, just focusing on Tibsy. Follow Tibsy. Follow Tibsy. And you make
Follow Tibsy.
You make it down the cavern. A few more sewer tunnels lead you to a single iron door at the end of a tunnel. As Tibsy runs towards it, he does one little more circle before he falls and drops dead.
No! Velrisa, I know you can save him.
Not again.
We can't let this happen again.
I run up and check Tibsy.
It is a dead rat.
I'm going to awaken this beast. I'm going to cast for 8 hours. I'm going to awaken this rat.
He's not sleeping. He's not.
It's not even a spell to wake him up. It's so that he becomes a fucking sentient rat.
He is. He was a sentient rat. Tipsy Velrisa, I know that you can fix this.
You did it for Onder.
You did it for Onder. How is this any different?
I could try.
You know we've been through this one too many
Velrisa,
times.
I'm on my knees.
I pick up the rat. And like I pretend like I'm casting magic.
You
Performance check.
You son of a bitch.
Performance check from Velrisa.
I'm too distraught to fucking confirm.
16.
Doing anything.
16. It's not bad.
Okay,
if
so I start
anybody wants to
waving
try
my
to
hands
insight.
over it and speak mumbling words under.
Oh, that's some good
Is it
stuff.
inside?
It would be insight. I mean, if you're suspicious of Velrisa, you would insight check her, certainly.
I'm too distraught to be suspicious.
I'm also too distraught. Actually.
Well, I believe her.
I try to make it look like I'm putting all my power into this,
But really, you're just playing with the dead rat.
Br'aad.
and then I put
It's like
it.
Velrisa,
I set it down and I approach. I look up. I'm sorry, guys. I tried everything.
Rat King, you cruel god!
It's not fair.
Why is it always the good ones? Why couldn't you kill the other guy? The creepy mouse human fella.
This is the only thing that was keeping me down here. If he goes, I go.
What's the point?
I'll pull the trigger. By trigger, I mean I'll snap you,
Just get it over with. I'd rather die than go and see that
go
fucking
in.
king again.
What do we have to lose now?
And at that point, as you guys are all groveling over your another very unfortunate death in
No,
the party,
Jared, I'm going to kill my character right now.
you hear come from the other side of the doors.
Come, no, dude.
Shut up. Stop talking.
This
Shut up.
situation's already bad enough.
Sploosh. Come. We hear come. Fuck you. Shut up, man.
Thank you guys.
Oh my
I
god.
appreciate it. You hear from the other side of the iron door.
What is it?
I hear visitors.
You killed him. You killed him again. It's 2 times now.
At this
I
point, the door just
deadpanned.
slowly opens on its own to reveal nothing but a shroud of blackness inside the room.
Okay, Silnan, you guys know each other pretty well. I think you should be the one to...
Hilltree, you got along with him pretty well, right? You should be the one to go in there.
No, I hate
know
him.
you love rats.
No, I fucking hate him.
Yep.
Why are we here? Look, and at this point, Hiltree just points up to the wall, and you see against the side of the sewer wall, like scratched out in graffiti, just Rat King lives on the side of the sewer wall, and he goes, "What the fuck they doing to this place?
They're
The
spicing
heathens."
it up.
Out of
Listen.
character.
lives.
Sorry, real quick, before I do this, did you actually want to talk to him, Silman?
Me personally, no. I don't. Well, I want to see
Anyone
him
else?
obviously because he could be useful, but
Okay, then Taxi looks
someone
at
doesn't
everyone.
like him.
Taxi looks at everyone with an emotionless, deadpan face and says, "I'll go."
Okay.
Taxi. Taxi.
And
I push
Taxi
Taxi in and
walks
close the
into the
door.
darkness.
You are so brave, brother.
You push him in and shut the door.
Yeah, I push him in and shut the door.
The door slams shut behind you, Taxi. It's a loud, hard metal.
You got it! You got it!
I didn't mean it.
You're so brave!
You're so brave, guys. We gotta get out of here. He's dead.
Yeah, he's gone. Let's
Taxi.
go.
Even with your dark vision,
Oh, my staff.
as the door slams shut, it is pitch black.
It's okay, this will be good for you.
You really helped develop the character here.
Face your demons.
Yes.
Jared, when I come out of here, I want to be the greaser taxi designer.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god, are you serious?
This is how I want to change.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's dark.
Right.
You can't see anything. All you hear once again as the door slams shut is just very quietly somewhere else in the room, echoing off the walls. You hear the laughter. You hear the... And then you feel something scatter across your foot, a rat run across your foot really quickly. You hear the sounds again, and now you listen and you hear the sounds of several rats scuttling around against the ground. It sounds like almost hordes of them. And then a single light, a flare of fire, opens in the middle of the room. And sitting next to a single candle, you see him. The familiar, pale, decrepit flesh, the wrinkled body, the ratty hair, greased and falling down the sides with the straggled beard, the missing teeth. You see those piercing yellow eyes. You see the Rat King staring directly at you, surrounded by this darkness.
So, is Taxi actually the only one who went in?
Br'aad slammed the door behind Taxi. Br'aad pushed him in and
Okay.
slammed the door.
Okay.
So
I
it's
mean, we
just
can
Taxi.
still quit going after, but that's on you, man.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Sure.
Hello?
It's been quite some time, Taxi.
Stay out of grabbing range.
One second.
I'm gonna go home. Mom,
6
I can't wait to
feet.
see you
Don't
again.
forget.
You and the rest of you, you fought well. You've done good. You've killed lots of people, good and bad.
You can say that again.
Oh, how I've missed our little talks. It gets lonely down here with the rats.
Where have you been?
Oh, me. I've been around. You see, Taxi, I'm not all it's cracked up to be. I'm not just what you see. No. At this point, he starts standing up and starts slowly walking towards you, the candlelight just going more dimmer and dimmer behind his body as he steps, his hollow footsteps echoing in the room. I am ever living. I am forever. Just like the rats. They don't leave. They're here. So am I.
That's great.
God.
That's great. That's real nice.
He seems like he's doing well in there.
Yeah, I think he's doing good.
I'm surprised.
So, you're not going to grab my head again, are you?
Do you not want me to touch you? Is somebody scared? Oh, it happens. It's okay. Emotions get the best of you. You need a drink. I can make you tea.
I just want to leave.
Oh, in that case, I'll be brief. I wanted you here for a reason, after all. In fact, I wanted... At this point, he just looks past you to the door and goes, all of yes. And the door just slams open. Whoever's in front of it listening in as well, it probably hits you in the face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just fucking fall over on my ass.
So do I.
Oh, I wonder what Taxi's doing in there. Hopefully he didn't drink the tea.
That's lesson number 2.
Yeah. I lived with that guy for a year, you know.
The door flies open, and all you can hear is the sound ambiently of Taxi crying as you see the black room in front of you.
What happened to Taxi?
He touched me.
No. Oh, okay. We gotta go in.
Your heart? He touched your heart?
I don't know.
Did he deliver an impassioned speech about Tipsy?
He fucking...
Enter!
Okay, we go in.
Oh my god, okay. Alright. Hey, been a while. Thought you were dead. Eaten by rats. Guess not.
The rats did not eat me. They just brought me back home. To
But
leave
your
the
dead
mortal
body-
world, you must leave your body behind.
But...
Didn't we
You
see
don't
him
understand, Silnan. He starts walking up to you now as well. So he's like, they feasted on my flesh, but they swallowed my soul. They brought it to their world.
They ate your eyes.
Yes, the eyes are the gateway to the soul, don't you know?
I'm sorry, so if I eat somebody's eyes... I will be
Consume their
eating-
powers, you will, yes.
Master Yoda.
Okay. My focus.
So why'd you bring us here? Not to eat everyone's eyes, I hope.
Oh no, why would I eat your eyes? You're my
consume my-
friends.
Okay.
Consumer souls.
I'm here to offer you assistance once more. I know I helped you so much. You were lost without me. I can only imagine what life has been like without your old friend.
It smelled better.
I
I'm laughing
want
in
to help
character.
you. I have people.
I thought you had rats.
The
Rats
rats
are people
are
too.
my people.
Oh.
I have learned my connection goes beyond that of just the little rats that parade through the streets of the wharf. No, I am their lord. I am their leader. Not just them, but all associated, the were-rats, the rat folk, all with the rat blood flowing to their brains, their blood, their vessels. They are mine. I own them.
Does that count for Sil?
Silnan is not a rat.
Yeah, Taxi, come on.
Yeah, come on, Taxi. Come on. What are you trying to say here, Taxi?
It's very rude.
You totally turned him into a rat.
Yeah.
I gave him a magical
I'm not
ability.
a rat, though. I mean, you can turn into a rat too, Taxi. Does that mean...
Not
Are you
because of
enthralled
him.
by the Rat King?
Not, but you
Didn't
can
think
only
so.
turn into a rat.
Yeah, well,
It's
I can...
transmutation magic, just like the way you do your beast shaping. It's just rat shaping.
What have you done? Tim.
What have you done?
just in general.
What have you done? I want to offer my people, myself. I know the dangers that lurk in the above world. I don't want to go back, but I want to keep it safe. For you, and for the rats that still live there. So on that day, when that fested Ungaro shows up, I'll be there. The rat folks will be there. And together, we'll take him back into the depths of the ocean, where he belongs. The land is full of rats!
And the people, yeah.
Also the people, not just rats.
Actually, subsequently, yes.
Sure,
but
maybe
for the
like-
rats, mostly.
Like predominantly people though.
Yeah, like
Definitely a mix, like between people and rats, with one more of one.
Well, like I want to
of
say
those,
maybe like
20.
1 out of 5 or
I
20.
think you're
or
thinking
50.
about this. It's not like a two-way scale. There's layers. So the top of the land people,
Don't
middle
justify
area
his
for
reason.
the
Don't-
rats, the bottom core area for the monsters,
Right.
and then there's the ocean layer for the fish.
Well, here,
What
listen,
are you
listen,
What are
listen.
you even
What are you
saying?
saying?
You're losing it, man.
The land is for the people.
Get a grip.
Under the land is
Get
for
a
the
grip.
rats.
You're talking about the fish.
The ocean is for the fish.
The ocean is for the fish taxi. It's okay. Come here.
He's so hugging.
Yeah. It's for the fish. It's for the fish, bud.
Now, look, I don't want you to leave empty-handed.
Think of the
You've
three
come all
big
the
men.
way.
Everything's gonna be okay. 3 big men.
Don't bring that up in front of me.
Come on.
Three big men. What are they talking
That always
about?
makes Br'aad feel better.
What is he saying?
I don't want to make you all leave empty-handed. You've come all the way to my home, after all.
Bring Tipsy back.
Who?
Yeah, that.
Tipsy.
Do that.
Oh, you mean the guidance spirit? Oh, he's ever living. Here, watch this. And you see him just reach down to the darkness below him, and you hear a squawk as he grabs a rat by the neck and pulls it up and just like grabbing it. And then he snaps his fingers and flicks his wrist, and as he drops the rat, it lands at your feet, and you just see yellow eyes glow in the darkness.
He's back.
Tipsy.
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 His spirit has no vessel. He's from my world, not yours. Therefore, I have to kill a rat, so he may take its place inside of the body. It's a
Why do you
trade for a trade, very simple.
Why do you have to kill it every time after he's done?
Well, the rat was already dead. That's just his spirit leaving the body.
Why?
What can he say?
He's finished his task. He's here to guide you, nothing more. Bring you to me.
It sounded very hostile. Anyway, what are you giving?
What do you mean?
No,
Oh,
nothing.
I want to give you the one thing I can. I have no possessive items. I have no fancy swords. And he points to Mountain's flame sword or fancy other armors or weapons. No.
I it behind my back.
He walks back over to the single candle that's sitting on the floor that's lit, making the only light in the room. And he sits down, cross-legged next to it. I can provide you insight. The powers of the rats.
Oh boy.
What do you want to
Oh
know?
boy.
Lesson number 1, boys.
Number 1.
Give me any question, something on your mind right now you do not know the answer to. I can give you some information.
What's the meaning of life?
Oh boy.
The meaning of life.
Don't say rats.
And then he flicks his hands open as he does. The fire in the candle widens out to show an image inside the fire. It starts almost like it's cycling through different visions of different rats. It's moving through. You see them running down streets, running through taverns. He goes, the answers to life. I'm seeing a lot of... And then he goes, this? And it stops on a rat peeking under a doorway. And all you can see is just a single bed moving back and forth against the wall in the
jeez.
tavern.
Maybe for Hilltree.
There's a lot of this. And then it flicks over to a lot of crime. You see a lot of people being stabbed in the streets, rats singing in the back alleys, people being mugged and used for money, mostly. You see a lot of coin.
Yeah.
And for some reason, this? And then it flicks one more time, and it just shows a single tree, and then a single fruit bearing on the side of that tree. A fruit you've never seen before. A bizarre yellow fruit, almost shaped like a pear, but a bit longer.
Banana.
It's being... not a banana, bulbous. It's bulbous like a pear. It's not just a
That
fucking...
negative intelligence really coming in clutch, man.
banana.
Banana.
Bananas are the
I
meaning of life.
knew.
Long pear. Banana. But no, you see a single fruit bearing on that tree. And the tree is in an open field somewhere. No other trees nearby, no forest, just an open plain. And he goes, and that's it.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I do not know. I just give you what the rats see.
Oh,
Banana?
Any more questions?
that's so mountain.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I have nothing.
Who is Miriam Vangalore?
Miriam Bangalore. Let's see. And then he flicks the fire once more. It opens up. You see rats in the castle. You see the castle wharf from somewhere above on a banister, like a wooden banister somewhere. You see, looking down, all you see is the king. He looks thinner than he was before, younger. You assume this is probably pretty decently far back in the past. Standing in front of him, you see a woman that looks familiar. Very, very familiar to you. Black hair, very fine features, nice, elegant cheek to jawline. She's standing there, and she seems like she's pleading to the king. At one point, it's very inaudible from this height, but she grabs his right arm by the wrist, pleading with both of her hands, and with his left hand, he brings it up and hits her very hard across the face. She falls to the ground. It echoes throughout. It's the only sound, in fact, you can audibly hear from this vision. And then it moves, and you see a rat moving down some dark cavern, a rock tunnel. And as it looks to its right, it sees, in a little alcove, a wooden door all by itself. The rat moves towards that wooden door and peeks under it. In there you see notes, scribbles on shelves, books. And in the center you see a table. And laying on that table, a deceased black-haired woman.
Okay.
And then the vision fades.
Is that the place you guys
God
burned
damn
down?
it! I recognize that place.
Yeah, remember we flipped that coin, huh?
Hey, you did what?
Wait, did we all just see that? It was
Everyone sees it. Yeah, everyone sees it.
Oh,
Wait, was
Oh.
Miriam her mother? We never really established this. Miriam, who she is to us.
Mountain, I
Well-
think I'm gonna take up drinking.
Oh,
Finally,
okay.
I've been waiting to hear that from you. Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got a large
Now-
selection pack. We are going to get into it. All right,
I want to lose myself and forget and become a husk.
All right.
Those are my
I got
three
you
goals.
Maybe don't do that. I'll talk to you about that one later. A man named Byakuro, a swordsman of sort, told me to find a young master a while ago. Don't know who that is though. Very vague.
Young master.
Didn't really give me a lot to go off of.
Byakuro. Huh, funny name. I'll see what I can
Yep.
find. And almost like he's rotating the fire, he just puts his hand up to it and just spins it, and the fire itself moves around almost like on an axis around the candle before it widens out once more to a picture. You see Byakuro. You see him standing by himself. He looks much younger than when you saw him, wearing that same wolf pelt though along his back. He stands kneeling towards this very young human.
Right. His name is Valentin. I remembered now. I actually found that out from Jakwa. Yeah.
You see him sitting there. He kneels down to this young human, small boy, probably around the age of 13, 14 maybe at this time. Very fine black hair that parts down the middle and falls over his ears. He's speaking to Byakuro, and then he hands him a scroll. Byakuro grabs the scroll. He nods, opens it, reads it only one time before he just drops it with both hands, grabs his own sword, and stabs it through his own gut in a very quick and hasted motion. And then he falls to the ground lifeless. The little boy walks over, standing over top of Viacro. He grabs the sword. He grabs the sheath, puts the sword in the sheath, and scabbards it to himself with no look of sadness, no look of any expression, just a stoic face. He attaches it to his own belt and then turns and walks off, and the vision fades.
I am so confused. What? Why?
I'm sorry, I didn't have a lot of information. The rats have not seen much of either of these two people you speak of.
Oh.
Just to clear this up, you just wanted to answer questions?
Well, that's all I can offer you. I brought you here to let you know that I'm assisting you to fight Ungaro. But I did not want you to leave here with nothing.
Okay.
So I offer you my advice as, I guess, as a reward for coming here.
Is it possible?
Anything's possible!
Can you show me something I am either blind to, but not actually, or something I've missed?
What?
I can
That's
show you
very
anything
vague.
you ask of. Ask it, Taxi.
What have I missed?
That's a little too vague. I'm gonna need
There's
a
gotta be
clear
something
answer.
that we have experienced or ran through, or there's got to be something that I'm just not putting together, because I can see it, but the rats might have seen the truth.
I just kind of look down at my ring a little bit.
Anything else?
He thinks for a second. He goes,
Things you know not of, but the rats have seen. Oh, the rats see the rats see everything. I'll
Something
try.
that could be important.
Let me see.
and he stares at the candle. He stares at the fire for quite a few moments before anything happens, sitting in silence for minutes.
That's probably bad for the eyes. Oh man.
It's okay. He doesn't have
Can't be
any.
good.
You're right. They did get eaten.
Yes, okay. Here.
Oh.
And then the fire opens, and you see the king, the first king, the king of the wharf, King Rigmond. In present day time, you see him sitting there in his throne. He looks extremely distraught. He's still about the same weight. Maybe a little bit lighter, but not very noticeable. His beard has grown out very much so, and it's very straggly to this point. You can see a lot of messy hair that's falling underneath the crown. He looks like he's under a lot of distress, a lot of anger. He's kind of just looking around, darting his eyes angrily. And then someone walks in. Dominion enters the room
I forgot about this guy. Fuck this guy.
with 4 other knights in tow, all wearing shining armor. As they come in, the king just looks up angrily and goes, "Well, what's the news? Have you heard anything?" We've searched nearby Viecta. We've annexed at least 2 of the farm villages. I do not know of the rest, but I can promise you they're not there. We would have found them. And what of the villagers? Dead. That's as you requested, sire. He sounds almost begrudging as he says it. The king laughs, booming out into the throne room he's currently in. That will do nicely. Thank you, Dominion. Your money, as always, will be paid in due time. As for those bastards, I know not of where they're hiding.
I know not of where they are, but we will find them. I can feel my blood boiling.
And at this point, he raises his right hand up, and as he does, you see glowing out of his right palm, away from your current vision, just a purple light that is coming off of his hand and illuminating against his face as he stares into it. He just smiles and goes,
Have no fear, Rigmund. The world is yours soon.
and then the vision fades.
The man behind the slaughter.
Five Nights at Freddy's, the fucking song starts playing as the vision cuts.
Well, I guess that's something.
Why did he refer to himself in third person?
All crazy people do that.
Why does he
Right,
hate us
King?
so much?
Looks like
Like,
some
what do we
demon
do?
shit.
What
I
do
don't
we?
know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, like, seriously.
Do you
why
have
does he
any
hate
more
us so
questions
much?
for the Rat King?
Why does he hate us so much?
Why does he hate you so much? Let's see.
And then he
think
flicks it
we
I
know
open.
genuinely don't know. No, I really don't. What did we do? We killed Brendan, and we exposed Jaquan,
We kind of
and
just
then
like
he hates us.
broke
shut
a
up,
hole
he's
in his
asking.
as
gas and took
as
taxi.
the fire opens, you just see the first thing you hear is blood-curdling screams as a rat runs down a street. Further ahead in view, you see 3 people thrown into a wagon, one of them skewered by a pitchfork.
Oh Jesus!
You see people running left and right, scattering out of the streets, screaming in terror, and the only person you see standing is Taxi. And then behind you
That's
see
not quite how I remember it.
you see Silnan deceased, the doctor leaning down next to him. You see everyone as the crowd scatters. And then as Dominion comes walking down the street, you all begin to exit, running into the sewers. And the vision fades.
You know, I guess his motives are a little foggy still. I mean, we killed 3 people. He killed like 1,000. Whatever.
He seems a little crazy.
I went to jail and we broke out of it. He's just power complex ego.
Oh, boy.
okay?
Time you kill someone, it's just whatever.
All right,
Yeah.
let me.
It was an
You're right,
accident.
Martin.
Let me hit you with a.
Any more questions for the Rat King?
I warned them.
Let me hit you with a big one here.
Huh?
Let me hit you with a big one.
I'm ready. Hit me.
How can we?
Okay.
How can we get rid of Obnox Shy?
Ooh.
Shy.
I'm sure in your rattiness you've heard this name.
Of course. But have the rats seen it?
And then he puts his hands into the fire. And as it opens up one more into an image, you don't see much. At first, it's dark. It's nightfall somewhere. You're outside. You see, we don't see, you hear out of vision the sounds of repeated something stabbing into something else. Just there's a lot of power up behind it, like somebody's really forcing something over and over again into something. And as the rat it curves its head over to the noise curiously, you see a small shack on the side of this street in this village you've never seen before. The rat runs up a nearby little bench up to a windowsill so it can peek into the first floor of this building. And inside you see a very young half-elf. Very, very young, probably about the age Br'aad was when he did the contract. You see him sitting there on his knees, this random half-elf. You've never seen him before. He looks nowhere similar to anybody, but he looks distressed. You see scarring going down his left cheek, down his neck. You, in fact, also see a lot of bandages wrapping around his left thigh. And in front of him, you see him stabbing into a corpse. He's mutilating it, pulling out certain parts, organs, very specific ones, cutting out parts of the entrails. It's grotesque. It's something you look away from. You avert your eyes as it happens. The Rat King just stares deep into the fire with no emotion as it occurs. Eventually, he starts compiling the organs into a bowl. A heart, a part of a stomach, some of the entrails. And then he sits down and opens a book and he starts speaking in an incantation. Something that sounds very similar to you, Br'aad. It sounds very similar to the one you were trying to cast on that day. He keeps speaking and he keeps speaking, and then he closes the book and he throws it to the ground. He just goes, please, please, please. And then a portal rips open in the backside of the room. Stepping in, you see Nakshai. He slowly takes the pipe out of his mouth as he smiles at the little boy. And he just says, it looks like someone's been in a bit of trouble, huh? He just steps forward. You can hear the sounds of his boots hitting the wooden planks as he goes down to one knee and puts his hand onto the boy's head. He goes, have no fear, my boy. You won't ever have to face it alone again. And then the vision fades.
Well, that doesn't really answer what you asked.
No, it's
That
not
looked more like
super.
forming a pact
That's
with
super helpful.
I'm sorry. I can only see what the rats have seen. You speak of a deity.
Useless.
There are no rats in his world.
Why not?
Gotta get some rats in there.
Yeah, you should really
I assume if you
some
saw
rats.
this, if this is the vision it showed me, there is a connection. The rats always know, of course. Something with this vision is the key to how to stop him.
maybe we summon him and stab him.
Good
I can do
idea.
the stabbing part.
Yeah, think about it. We're good at that.
Did it with your one too. Summon stab.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, Mountain. Yes, what is it?
Ragrim.
I was gonna ask about this later, Steve.
Is he really my father?
Ah, King Ragrim. The mighty king of Tagendor, yes. Yes, they call him the Hammer of the North. Ah, but is he Mountain's daddy? Let's see.
And he just leans over and starts moving the fire once more. You see a vision of Ragrim. You see a vision of a woman you've never seen before, Mountain. She's laying on a bed. Ragrim standing over her. He's holding into her hand, embracing it very tightly as he talks to her. He goes, it's okay, my love. She does not have to know. We can raise him. He can't be a prince, but he can still be a good man. And then he just looks over to his right towards the vision and goes, when did we get rats in here? And he starts stomping towards where you guys are, according to the vision, and then it fades away once more.
Was that Mountain? I mean,
Mountain. Well, I think that was not only your daddy, but that was also your mommy.
Hot.
How is that appropriate?
Any more questions?
Like angry, like what?
Huh? No, it was a joke. I didn't actually say it.
Oh.
That'd be stupid, dude.
We must move now. Questions, yes, for King. Any more?
1 second. I have some notes here.
Velrisa, do you have anything?
Not particularly that I can think of.
You have no questions at all that you want answered. Nothing.
I mean,
Nothing in the back of your mind.
I was a bit overly exerted looking at the visions of the king. They were making me quite angry. That's all I could really think of.
Is
Clearly.
there nothing you want to see, Velrisa? Come now. Anything at all? Boggling your mind?
Well, now I'm not quite sure.
Anyone in your life you're interested in you haven't seen in a while? Catch up on old times. The rats still see them.
Could I possibly see... happen to have anything on my sister?
Ah, your sister, yes. Here, let's take a look at your family home.
And the fire shows you a vision of a small log cabin nestled next to a lake. You see in the background, the backdrop of it, a beautiful forest. Lines almost curving around with the side of this lake perfectly, making this little grassland opening perfect for the cabin. Almost like a scene out of a painting. It looks so unnecessarily beautiful. The vision moves in and takes form of a rat inside of this cabin. As you crawl your way out of a small hole coming out of the hatch of the basement, you see your sister, Velrisa. She's sitting against a padded chair. You see, she looks very, very frail. Her joints look very, misproportioned. Some bending ways that they really shouldn't. She looks very sickly still, but she's alive. She's well. She gets up and even starts walking on her own for a few steps before she has to put her hand against a nearby table, and she kind of just balances herself, wincing from the pain, but still continuing trying to practice and get that down, getting that walking down, but it still seems very difficult for her. Then, from somewhere outside the cabin, you hear a male voice screaming, someone yelling very angrily. You hear something get thrown. It sounds like glass gets broken. She looks up with a very fearful look, and then she, very painfully, using her hands against the wall to balance herself, she very hastily puts herself back towards where her bed is in the backside of the cabin. And then the door busts open, and you see a very large, burly male figure just standing in the way of the sunlight. You see his black shadow just fill the room, looking directly at her in her bed. And the vision fades.
Is that everything? Is there no more visions?
I can see. I can see.
He opens up one more. This time you're outside of the cabin, behind some sort of barrels and crates, looking on. You see the same large male figure. A better look at him now. Velrisa's father. He's standing in a small boat, small U-boat. He's packing up cargo. Looks like a lot of fishing equipment, nets, cages into it. Speaking to what you would only assume to be your mother. She says to him,
I don't know about this, Will. I understand that we need the money, but those waters are dangerous. Think about me, think about your daughter.
He goes, I have to do what a man has to do. If I can't support you and my only daughter, then what can I do with my life? She looks away for a second, and she mumbles under her breath something very inaudible. You can't hear it from the side of the vision. And you see immediately his brow furrows, and he goes, "What did you just say?" And he steps off the boat, getting really close to her, looking down towards her. She starts backing away towards the cabin. And then the vision fades once more.
Velrisa's speechless.
That's all I have. So sorry.
I feel like that's enough for today.
Yes, any more questions? No? If no, then please. You must leave. I must relieve myself.
What? No, we
Yeah,
have,
okay,
we have
get
places
going.
to go.
See you around.
I'm not gonna stick around for that.
I'll miss you guys. Please, don't be strangers. And when that day comes, when Ungaro rises from the waters,
Yep, we'll see.
your whole power at King will be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
As
you
you
so
slowly
much.
back out of the room, as you all step backwards out of that doorway, he sits there, his yellow eyes piercing almost into your souls as he makes eye contact with you guys before the candle in front of him fades away leaving nothing but the blackness and the sharp, bright yellow eyes, until they too slowly fade into the mist.
What a chill guy.
That was a piece of cake.
Sure.
Hey, my first
You're
rodeo.
done. Let's go see the captain.
Fuck you, Nate. Just fucking throwing the sunglasses on. That was easy.
Well, that was easy.
You
Can
guys.
we take a quick old break?
Yeah,
we
just
had-
1 second. One quick second. I was about to start break. I need to call whoever just called me back. So,
Okay.
As you turn to leave, you see a rat come darting around the corner once more with those sharp little yellow eyes as he jumps around excitedly before darting back in the direction to show you your way back home.
Tipsy.
You walk again through the dark
He lives
sewers,
once more.
passing by the occasional graffiti saying things like, "The rats know all. Long live the Rat King. The rise of the rats is soon." Very bizarre and strange scribbles of madmen written across the walls of these sewers as you pass by these dirty, these rat folk that are just covered in grime and disgust. You make your way back out through all of them, through the sewers, back to where that brick wall was, where you had no way back. But this time the tunnel just continues, and you find your way back to that very ladder you descended before. Tibbsy sits there, sort of just bouncing up and down as you guys approach the ladder.
Oh no, guys, if we
Please, come
keep
on,
going,
no.
he's gonna die. If we go to
I
that
can't
ladder, he
handle
will
it.
just die right there.
I
so
can't
what do we
handle
do?
it.
Stay with
Stay
us.
here?
Stay with us, Tipsy.
As you say that, the rat kind of like, its head slowly tilts, almost like out of like it's like bewildered or confused. And then it just blinks a few times, and the yellow in its eyes goes away. And the rat just sits there.
Oh no, it's dead again.
Died.
No, it's alive. It's just sitting there. It's sitting there alive. It's not. It is. It is alive.
I'm gonna go pick it up.
Yeah, it's very much alive. And you pick it up. It's just a normal rat. It sniffs you a couple of times, nibbles a little bit on your finger, and then kind of just nuzzles into your palm.
Hey,
Gross.
buddy.
That's not Tipsy anymore. It doesn't have the yellow eyes.
Tipsy is the yellow eyes.
I make him do a little T-pose on my hand. Like I do a little T-pose on my hand.
It's nuts. You're sick. You're sick.
You're disgusting. Why would you do that?
It's so wrong.
It's adorable.
Taxi,
Uh-huh.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Dude,
Damn.
are you gonna use the cool
I
thing?
did. I made it. I got a 17 plus 8, 25.
Oh my
25. For a split second, you guys see a yellow glare flash in the pupils of Taxi, and then it fades away.
What the fuck?
God. Oh.
Taxi, you feel nothing. You notice nothing.
Taxi.
Tipsy.
Tipsy wants.
See.
Tipsy wants in.
Let
Tipsy
and
wants
Taxi.
in.
I mean, I can talk to him.
Offer yourself to him, Taxi. He wants you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals with the rat.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What are they saying?
Well, I mean, you have to ask us if you want to speak with animals. It's not talking right now.
No, I asked the rat.
Oh,
Why are they saying such things?
I don't know.
Are you really tipsy?
I don't know who that is. I am hungry.
That's great. Do you guys have any food? The rat wants something to eat.
I walk
he's
up,
not tipsy,
I
he
walk up to
doesn't
the
come.
taxi. I look him dead in the eyes. I look down at the rat. And I just whap it out of his hand, and I start walking over to the ladder.
I T-pose and offer myself to the spirit of Tipsy.
What?
Does it work?
Well, it was nice to meet you.
You
the rat.
become tipsy.
What the
Br'aad
fuck,
is dead.
Mountain?
Br'aad is gone.
You guys have a really weird feeling that there's still something watching you.
Exactly. I do exactly what I said I did.
Even Tipsy does not enter your body. You do not become Tipsy's vessel of this land, of this mortal world. However, you do feel like something is watching over you guys as you ascend the ladder and exit the sewers.
It's a fucking rat.
Tipsy
Going
is
back
everywhere.
into Toggendor,
We are Tipsy.
you make your way towards the airport to speak once more with an old friend. By old, I mean relatively new. And by friend, I mean acquaintance.
Our mech to look like. I want it to look like a giant T-posing rat.
That's a good- that's a
And with
good
that
idea.
horrible imagery, let's take a break.
The podcast Midroll, presented in a haiku by Contafiction. Go to Twitch to see our streams that we may be doing. It is Drewee Show. Our Twitter as well. We post some funny ha-has. You should follow it. Using our hashtag, you post cool art and thinkings for us all to see. Discord.gg/just roll with it. Join now or suffer. Rate us on iTunes. 5 stars. Otherwise, do not, or all will be lost. We would not be here if not for lovely people who give us money. Patreon.com/just roll with it. Give us your money. Do all of these things. I will call off the sniper on your position. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you lots. That is all. Goodbye.
Where we last left off, you guys were on your way to meet with the captain. As you stand before the large spire in the center of Toggendor, you already see it parked in one of the airports above. The same airship you came in on.
Feels like it's been years.
You ascend the large elevator straight up from the center of the spire. Once the chains settle in place, bringing you to the top, you see already standing there on the dock in front of the ship, facing towards the elevator, almost like he was waiting for it, like he heard you on the way up, because the elevator's extremely loud. You see the captain standing there. He's smiling, in fact.
Captain!
You want to lead it?
Oh, doesn't matter. I actually figured Br'aad would, but
Yeah, I figured Br'aad would too, honestly.
Yeah, me too, but I
we
forgot
all
his name.
bonded with him, except for Sona. So.
Mr. Willix, right? Wasn't that his name?
No, Willix is the
Br'aad,
master.
Oh no, that's Master
Roxley.
Willix. Yeah, that's
I
that's
thought
one of
Jared would
taxis.
say it, but he just said captain, and I was like, fuck.
His name's Captain Roxley.
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 I give him a salute.
Oh,
I give him a salute.
Captain!
I had them right next
Good
to each
to
other.
see you,
on the-
Captain.
It feels like it's been far too long, my friends.
Like,
How have you
5
been?
days.
It really, yeah, wow.
A lot has happened in 5 days. Let me tell you something. All hell is breaking loose.
President Barack Obama?
He's back.
Not
It's
again.
me, Obama.
Has he always sounded like this guy?
Captain Roxley.
I blended. He literally sounds kind of like Barack Obama mixed with like the dude from Star Trek, like the fucking captain from Star Trek, and like the original
Yeah,
Star
he's
Trek.
very
series.
like-
That's kind of like his voice.
All right.
He's just very verbose. He's very enunciated. That's just kind of how he talks.
I say we get on the ship and we sail and drink as we sail, just like the old days, Captain Roxley.
Now that would be fun and all, but
I
Where
remember the
are we
old
going?
days.
Where are we heading to?
Oh,
Did
wait,
we
what?
decide?
Well, first, what brings you here?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be honest.
Trying to get
with
the
you.
old crew back together. Skies aren't the same without us.
Not dragging these nuts.
Dragging these nuts.
Remember
No,
that one?
no, that
was
is
fun.
not exactly the reason. I've come to you because I know of the calamities that are soon on approach. So I decided I'm going to head back here because I assumed, hey, I'm a lonely old captain. My days have been kind of lackluster. Not a lot of cargo needs going, to and fro in a state like this, a crisis like this. So I thought, hey, why not come over here and give you guys some fare, some wayfare even. Free of charge, of course.
That sounds
We have to work again?
fair.
Well, I certainly don't have a crew still. If you have an idea, we could certainly get one.
We are a crew. But
Always.
I don't know that we really... I mean, we can walk through trees now. So
Yeah, but you can do that
flying
once a
just
day.
seems... Right, but... It takes many days to travel by skyship, Sonnen, so...
This is very
Everything
true.
said and done, though, we would love to have you on our side when this all happens. Moving stuff around or even any sort of aerial support, I think, is a thing
Right.
that happens in war. I don't know.
Well, I can happily help with the time whenever he shows up. That one, yes. I can provide some support. My ship does not have as many weapons as I'd like as some of the other airship models, but I can always compromise.
Well... There's a few people we need to, like, deliver messages to and get them here or to the battlefield, I guess. Maybe if you wanted to help out with that.
Sure, point me in a direction. I can pick up anyone.
That way.
Well, I know what
I
know
forgot
what
you're a funny one.
I'm not.
I know
It's
what
not true.
I assume 3 should be around in the same place. Actually,
Okay.
hey, what does Jaquar look like? Oh, what is he, human, right, or half elf? I forgot.
He's human.
Okay.
No.
There's a human whose name is Jaquar, but not actually Jaquar. He's
Seems Axel Br'aad.
Ask
I think
for
Axel
Axel.
Br'aad. What a cool name.
I think if you wanted to find
So
him, you
cool.
would.
It's not. You have weird taste, okay?
And then there's a duo that should be probably honestly there or heading back there now. A tiefling named Oriana and a dwarf named Olgard.
Right, and where were they again?
Where were they again?
You know the
They're-
big, the
they're
city we
headed there
took
as
off
well.
from. Yeah, the city where we first
Luminessa.
started our great adventure. Yes, Luminessa.
Wonderful.
I am only assuming that the duo is going to head there, but I know for sure the human will be there. I think. I don't know for sure, but that's a great place to start.
The
Right,
letter
well, I
did
can
say they
certainly
were
head
going
that
back
direction.
to Luminessa, right? That's what
They
the
said
letter said?
Viecta.
Viecta, yeah.
Okay.
They said they were going home to Viecta, and the last place we saw them was Luminessa, right? So that's where I assume they're going.
Okay. Cool.
Wait, did
Well,
we
I can
see them?
certainly head in that direction. Is there anything else you might need from me?
Wait, we didn't see them in Luminessa, did we?
I thought that's where we found Ander, and then went
No.
to the Baron.
No, that's where we went to the university. You met Master Wick, and
What's
we
the place?
took off. The place where we went to find Ander, I don't remember the name of at all.
I don't
Like
know.
right after we went to Hera.
In Luminessa, there is a school, and in the school, there is a hedge maze. And in the back of the hedge maze, you're gonna get there. Just walk
I was
through the
gonna
back.
ask-
You're gonna ask about him? I think we
Yeah.
should have that guy. Yeah.
We honestly, I half wonder if we shouldn't go back to Luminessa ourselves and like talk to Jaquar. I don't know. He
Well,
feels
we
like a
could
pretty
just-
important ally.
I figured we were just going to meet him here.
Were you just gonna wait around for 60
No,
days?
well, I thought we were going to go to the battle continent, like my home. I mean, I guess
we
I
have
could,
a lot we have to figure out as well, so
There's a
maybe
lot
having
to
them meet
figure
back
out,
here. Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't
I
feel
could
like.
go by myself.
No, that's no.
Hear me out.
So you guys have a plan on going somewhere? Is that what you're saying?
We send this guy to get Oriana and Olgard, and we can just do a magic thing, figure out where they are. And Jaqua, we can just leave him wherever he is and not get him at all. Right?
You
I mean,
raised some good points, Mountain.
I raised good points. Silman knows a good point when he sees one.
But also, I
That's
mean,
a
he's
good-
useful, right? He's got money. I mean, we need
And
money.
he's smart-ish. He has quite a sharp intellect.
A sharp fucking dagger, too. All I'm saying is, maybe we don't bring him this time.
I think he would do just fine. And
I
he
think
has,
it would be in his best interest to not drown and die.
He's got a point.
You know very well that everyone has a chance for redemption.
He's got a point too.
I do?
You all have points.
Yes. Look at us.
Did we ever really need
Okay.
redeeming?
Get him then.
Oh yeah.
But if he dies, it wasn't me.
So, what is the plan? What are we up to? What are we gonna do?
Well, I don't know.
Are you able to teleport to your continent? Like, is that a thing
Yes,
you can?
I didn't know if we wanted to go now.
What if well, yeah. I mean,
we
I
can go to Luminessa, but I would like to go there soon.
Where did hey. So, out of character, where did Onder say we were doing the big thing at the beach at that place? Is that also going to be our base of operations?
For what? Where the battle happens?
Yeah. Is our base of operations going to be where the battle happens?
It's gonna be close enough to where you guys can like people can move from there to there and on time. But you don't want, but you shouldn't have it exactly there, just because it'll be in the way of the wake.
Yeah. Should we have it? Should we have Roxley get everyone there then? This is also to you guys out of character, like with like just so that we don't have to prolong the conversation about it because we don't really know.
I feel like we
What to
still
do?
have to figure out exactly who we're getting.
We
Do
did.
we have a
we
concise
already
idea
wrote
of
that. We
everybody?
already wrote that down.
We did that. We did that like a
Rhythm?
couple episodes ago.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. A couple episodes. You mean last episode? Yeah, okay.
So he gave us two options. He said we can either have the war and the HQ on his home island,
Okay.
on the coast of my continent.
or here on of course on Ingress. It can be really wherever you guys want it. He was just offering as well. It could happen on Afterforge because
I
he
think-
knows it's in.
I'm just saying if
Texas home continent makes more sense.
I think yeah, because my character wants to go there for a few reasons.
Yeah.
He's got quite a few people to pick up though in a lot of different places. That's my only problem.
It would take some time.
I mean,
for sure.
he's got. We have
We got
time.
like 70
Enough.
days, 78 days.
78 days, 77.
And I would be cool if
a
we
little,
all
a little
went
over
to
2 months, pretty
Luminessa.
much. Little over 2 months.
And I would be cool if we all went there and did these three specifics ourselves, since we know them.
Yeah.
But if not, because like I feel like it's a little strange for Captain Roxley to go up and be like, "You're needed. You're drafted for the war. Time to
Can
go."
we give Roxley the list of kind of like miscellaneous people we need?
What's
Shit
that
like
list?
Red and stuff.
Yeah.
Br'aad like calls the team into a huddle and pulls out a piece of paper and offers it up to everyone to like scribble names and locations on it that
I
they
scribbled something
they might have.
completely illegible, whatever.
Awesome.
It's so great.
Okay.
Does Velrisa scribble anything?
Isn't Atticus still with us?
What?
Wait, who is Atticus again?
Atticus
The
is the
wizard.
wizard, the one
Tower.
the one that
I was
had his
thinking about Octavius. Oops.
the
Right.
entire
Is
reason you
Sweetie
guys ever
dead?
went to the
Is
Baron
Sweetie
was
alive?
Atticus.
Sweet.
It's muted.
Atticus was the sole reason why you guys went to the Baron, pretty much. He was like, go to
Yeah.
Gaywick, find my friends, they're gone.
Right. You're right. Yeah, no, I was thinking of Octavius.
Are you there, Weedy?
Octavius is still in Tagendor, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could bring him. I mean, he has mushroom magic.
He does have mushroom magic, you are right. Also Chirp, obviously.
Good huddle, boys. And then I turn around and give the captain the sheet of paper with all these names and locations on it.
Okay. Roxley looks at the paper and goes, okay. I can certainly see what I can do. This is going to be one hell of a map to chart.
Yeah, that's about everyone. So
We'll pay you
you
by
can do
saving the world.
Because
But
you're
you're-
the legendary captain.
You're
the
wanting,
legendary
okay.
Captain Roxley.
When and where do you want these people?
The captain of the fated.
May I ask, when and where do you want these people?
If anyone asks, you're our leader.
Okay.
This is not answering my questions.
Can get them to taxi. What's your homeland called?
So, where we will be most likely is in Sudai.
Whereabouts in Sudai, may I ask?
I would assume like the eastern, what did you say, western coast?
East Coast.
The eastern coast of Sudai. So you'll know when you see it. It's a very large open area.
Yeah, I will certainly try to find you. I can't promise
Oh,
I'll
we
get
should
all these
have
people, but
a
I can
map
get as many
there
as I
By
can.
the time you
So we could ask. Thank
By
you.
the time you get there, there'll be like a large mech headquarters.
Hey,
It'll
what?
be awesome. It'll be like a big rat. We will send you magic messages to check in. Make sure everything's all good.
All right.
And if anyone doesn't believe you, just give them.
Can you guys give me something, an insignia? Then they'll know that I'm from you.
We don't have one of those.
What's something
What
we always
would, what
do?
would they
What's
recognize
something we always do?
instantly? What would it be?
I can give him my scarf.
We could give them
That's
a
cool.
picture of Br'aad. They'd always remember his face.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, why don't we? That's a good idea. The scarf.
Okay. This is pretty. I don't assume that's pretty recognizable. So just I don't know, imbue it with magic. I don't know. Just here, and I'll take the green flower covered thing on my body
Mm-hmm.
and hand it to him.
I think
if
these
they've
guys have all seen that. Seen that by now.
Yes, certainly. It is very loud. Anyway, I will see. He starts wrapping it across
Thanks.
his forearm. I will start getting the ship ready then if I'm heading out on my own. I'll have to get a crew member ready before I leave, so I'll have to go to the taverns and see if I can find some people.
There's a guy,
There was that
Octavius.
one
Do we have? Yeah.
He-
Octavius.
There was that. There was also the reporter robot.
Right. What about Chirp? I wonder if Chirp could be useful.
Honestly, I'm sure
Who's
if you
gonna
asked
give
the
him
king
Chirp?
for a crew, he would help you.
I mean,
Right,
we're gonna
I'm
need
sure
Chirp
I'll have
eventually.
no problem finding
let
some.
the king know that we sent you, and he'll get you sorted out.
Yes, I will be leaving this nightfall then. I will be at Sedai with as many people as possible. I would suggest probably given this bizarre locations you have given me. I would say give me about 32 days. 32 days.
We can work with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not over 70.
All right. I give him the good old Captain Shake.
Captain Shake. The fucking...
Yeah. You all know it.
Yep.
You all
You
know
gotta
it.
dap him up. You dap him up real quick.
From our days in the seas, the sky.
The
dap him
pirating
up.
life, truly. Right, well, I will head off now. Best of
aye.
luck. And if you need anything, I am but a message away. Right, preparations and all that.
We'll miss you, Captain.
Take care. And I salute him and
will
walk
miss
away.
you as well? He kind of just
Yeah.
turns around and he starts walking towards his ship, like looking at the list.
Yeah. While he's doing that, I cast Mage Hand and slap his ass.
Oh,
You do what?
You know what?
No one sees who does
there's a
it.
weird breeze today.
Must have been the wind.
Must
Right.
have been the wind.
And with that, you guys move back down the elevator, down the spire, and back into Toggendor. Where is our next destination?
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Where to? Luminessa?
I guess. So is there anybody else you need to talk to here? Like, at all?
What about, Velrisa, the god lady?
Oh, shit.
Right. It's been on my mind this entire time. I'm surprised it slipped out of
Clearly.
yours so quickly.
I
Okay.
It didn't help last night. I could barely sleep thinking about it. And it's been affecting me all day as well.
Well, then maybe it would just be best to, you know, get it over with. Let's bring someone back, right?
Well, who do we have in mind?
Who are you
mean-
thinking, Velrisa?
I've been thinking
Got
a
any
lot.
ideas?
I've thought about all these loved ones that people have lost, and I've thought about people that could be advantageous to us in battle. People like there's so many different choices that you could possibly pick.
You do
Yeah.
what?
Speaking
advantageous.
of advantageous,
Yeah.
I was maybe thinking, what if we... Now, obviously, this is your choice. I don't want to impose, but what if we brought back Aldwin? Or Brendan, I guess, as you know him.
I
mean,
you say that, and I was actually thinking about that too.
I
Oh.
think I had something in my ears
What do you... What?
just now.
What does that mean?
What did you
say,
say?
Br'aad?
Did you? Okay, wait. Say again who you're thinking?
Yeah, Aldwin
Wait.
Vengler, our father.
Once more, repeat.
I was
Yeah, no, just
Aldwin,
for everyone.
Do you want me to spell it out?
I don't think
Can you? You
can.
can't even do that.
You're right, I can't.
Br'aad, listen.
So you want to bring back your evil dad?
I
The
don't
one
want
we
to have
killed
to
by
shoot him
Yes.
again.
Well,
That was tough enough the first time.
Guys, listen. Brendan, he would give us a lot of information if we had him. He could tell us everything we could possibly never find out without him. He could-
Assuming
Yeah,
he
Br'aad.
wasn't against us when he came
Well,
back
that's-
from the
that is-
dead.
worst
that
case,
is
we
the
just
problem.
kill him
Probably
again.
against us.
We're much more powerful than we were back then. We'll just kill him again, right? Easy. And also,
Oh,
then
it's
we're
so
right back where we
easy. Not
started.
emotionally damaging at all. Just fucking shoot the guys. Fuck him, dude. I mean, so
Went through hell.
That is your
no,
father.
but
I mean,
it's a good
yeah,
point. I mean,
yeah,
maybe
no.
he wouldn't be in a pact anymore. Maybe he would actually be
I
our
mean, let's
father.
look at, yeah, that would be nice.
It's
So let's
such
look
a
at it like this. He was in a pact with Ungaro. He's got to know stuff. Like, there's got to be a lot in there.
That
even if
makes
he is
way
evil, I'm
too
sure we
much
could-
sense.
but the risk. It's so hit or miss.
I mean, we can just, I don't know, put him in jail or something. What's he gonna do? Break out?
No, as
don't
much
need
as I hate to say it, I think that might actually be our best shot to learn more about this. And
Could you handle that kind of relationship with your father?
I'm not even thinking about that. I don't want to think about that.
Taxi, I've never had a relationship with my father.
Well, I
Do what
don't
you
know.
will.
Can you call
Yeah.
her Velrisa here or something? Can we see Ouija again?
Is Brendan what we want to decide on?
Well,
I look
maybe
at-
she knows
I look
something
at
more about
Silnan.
pacts.
I mean, I look at Silnan and I say, "Are you sure this is the right move?"
I mean, if there's a chance he comes back and he's not evil, then
Even if he
Yeah,
is
I think-
evil, we could get him to
even
talk.
if he is, we can.
We could try. We could do anything we could to get him to talk.
I do feel we have Zone of Truth. It worked that one time against Chikwa.
I'd like to know what he's actually like.
Yeah, me too. You know, I never
Someday.
really got to talk to him, except for when he was cutting off my pinky. That kind of sucked. you know.
Now, just to be absolutely certain, and you know,
Yeah.
everyone is transparent.
Mm-hmm.
While he may not be evil and have a lot of information, this is your father for the both of you. And
Yeah.
if he wasn't evil, that's like a whole lot of stuff. to
Yeah, there's a
unpack.
lot. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of
And
baggage there. A little bit.
And
Not too happy with this parenting job. But you know, that's
Well,
besides
we're
the
all gonna
point.
die in 79 days anyway, so what's the worst? We get a little upset? Let's do it.
I feel like we are
You know,
also
cry
just
a little.
No, before
neglecting Mountain's feelings.
before we would ever do something like that, does anyone oppose this?
I just want to talk about it. Because if we did this is I mean,
Listen, if
I
you're
don't want
concerned
Mountain
about
to
my
be
feelings.
silent. Not your feelings.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus.
That was the first time you've ever opened up in front of us, Mountain, as a group. How do you feel about this?
It'd be foolish to bring her back. I know that. We should do what we need to do. And if Brendan is that, if Brendan is gonna help us, make sure that all these other people don't lose everything. That's what we should do.
Well said. Then I'm with it.
Yeah. I also assure you that there's no love behind this choice. I just
I know.
feel like it's
This is
You
definitely
guys have
this is
little-
definitely not an emotional choice. We're trying to win
Yeah.
a war here.
Oh.
We're trying to save the world.
Even if it was, that's okay too. So can you call her back
Boody
here?
bobbity boo, just do it, man.
Please. Bro. Mountain almost made me cry.
I close my eyes and begin to pray in my head to Ouija. I say, Ouija, it is I, Velrisa. We've maybe came to a conclusion on who we'd like to bring back, and if I could have you here to make my final decision.
As you say that, your lantern starts to immediately flare up, the purple fire inside. And as you hold it out, it feels like the fire is projecting forward in a cone direction, straight out onto the ground in front of you. As the fire illuminates just a specific shape outwards, you hear Ouija's voice come into the back of your mind. And she just says, "Have you made your choice?"
We have decided that Brendan, the father of Silnin and Br'aad,
Speak the name of the spirit you wish to bring.
It's Aldwin. It's Aldwin Venglor. Yeah.
Alduin Vengalore.
And as you say it, a second you see several of these small balls of energy swirling around inside your lantern, these spirits creating these small elemental tornadoes inside. As they swirl around each other, a single ball of it fires out into the shape of the fire that comes out. And as it does, it takes shape. Slowly, the light of the ball slowly forms out into a humanoid shape, standing directly in front of the party, being projected by the fire of this lantern. A few moments pass as the energy swirls around. As it takes shape, the legs form, the body, As it slowly moves up, the head itself shaping the nose, the cheeks, the ears. One by one, it slowly forms into the face of the Vengalor's father.
This was a bad idea. Control Z.
As he stands there, he has a look of utter grimace on his face, a look of fear. As he immediately starts looking around back and forth, where am I?
Good evening, sir.
Br'aad! Selen! You have to help me, please.
Jesus Christ, what
And
is happening?
he falls onto one of his knees. He's, help! How am I here? Where am I?
What is
can I
happening
insight
here?
check him?
Go for it.
Yeah, can I insight check him too? I feel like this is... That's not a good insight. I'm gonna just ignore my roll.
I got a 9.
I'm
plus
completely in the
8,
middle.
17.
It's very hard to tell, especially the fact that it's just a projecting. It's almost like fire dancing around to create this image. It's very hard to get a clear picture of him. He's dancing around kind of fuzzy. 17, same thing. You don't get a clear picture, but he seems to be honest with you. What you can tell, he sounds genuine. You hear genuine fear striking through his voice.
Okay.
God, I didn't think this far ahead. He's kind of freaking out right now, isn't he? Listen, go ahead, Velrisa. You deal with the dead people all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, Velrisa, you got this. You got this.
I step forward. Brendan, listen. I am giving you an opportunity. You are dead, and I have the power to bring you back.
Bring me back?
Yes.
Back to the mortal world.
Right.
Please, it's all I need. I need to get out of here.
But we need your help, and you would have to work for us.
Anything. Please, anything. You don't know what they're doing to me.
That we have a war to fight, and we could use your information and your value on our side.
More information about what?
About Ungaro, about the wharf and the king. Everything.
I'll tell you it all. I'll tell you anything you need. Just please.
I inside check.
Get me out of this bastard's world.
Well, I think it'd be smart for you to ask where the fuck he is.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get to that, but I insight check, right? Him saying that he'll tell me all. 15, 23.
23, he seems genuine.
It's a spirit.
Now, where might you be right now exactly? What are they doing to you, as you say?
There's no answer.
Nice. If we were to bring you back, you wouldn't be all evil like the last time we saw you, yeah?
There's no answer. You
What the fuck?
you have a feeling that your words with the spirit have run dry.
So he's just like a static hologram now?
At this point, what you see, he's reaching out towards Velrisa, one hand reaching out, the flickering like he's a flame himself, just a pure face of twisted grimace put on him as he's reaching out.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna kind of like reach my hand out to where his is, and as it kind of passes through, I want to look at Velrisa. Do it.
Yeah, are you so sure? You don't want to discuss it any further?
Look, whatever happens, we can handle it.
Just get ready, just in case.
I'll pull out my sword and put a hand on Br'aad's shoulder. Reach up.
Thanks, Mountain.
I'll help you. I'll get the other shoulder.
If he looks evil, hit him really hard for me.
Velrisa.
Okay.
Velrisa, you hear Weejos's voice once more in the back of your mind. Is this the soul you choose?
Ouija, I choose to bring back Aldo and Vengalore. It is my choice.
Then it shall be done.
Oh,
The sands of time are rewritten. And as she says that, the fire from your lantern starts to fade, and the image of Alduin, he comes back into movement, and he falls onto both knees, his head slowly lolling to look down towards the ground as his arms and hands as well just fall limply in front of him. Smoke starts to rise off of him, like it's searing from his flesh, steam and smoke slowly rising into the air off of his transparent body as it slowly becomes solid. You can no longer see the ground behind him. You can no longer see the buildings behind as he slowly manifests back into a mortal man before your eyes.
I'm going to ready a hold person spell.
And as the smoke clears and the steam clears as well, he remains there on his knees, looking down towards the ground, now fully corporeal and view. You can almost, you know for a fact at this point now you could reach out and touch him. You can see the fact that he's become real. And then he slowly starts to stand up. 1 foot, and then the other. He slowly stands. At this point, you really get a garner of his height. He's only a few inches taller than Taxi, but still taller than anybody else in the party. As he slowly stands up, his head still looking down towards the ground, his long hair falling forward, blocking all vision of his face, of his expressions. He slowly raises his head up towards all of you. And he
Get ready.
smiles.
Mountain.
Br'aad just fucking like kind of stumbles back and falls on his ass from where he was.
As
He smiles. looking at you.
he smiles, I like pull my scythe out and hold the blade out to his neck.
And he says, "It's so good to see you again.
I start to lower my sword.
I haven't seen you in so long." At this point, he rushes forward, trying to embrace the both of you.
I
kinda
hold my
just-
staff out.
I step
Oh
back.
really?
between
I
them.
go for it.
I hold it out.
Br'aad, okay.
Oh, yeah, this is awkward.
No, no. Hold on.
I can't believe you have to hold Br'aad back of all people. Okay.
Hold on.
Really hasn't been that long.
I'm sorry. I'm
Old
sorry.
What memories do you hold currently?
I know all of my memories. I know everything that happened.
So do we need to kill you again?
No.
Let me know now, because, like,
Because
Yeah,
like we're
shit
ready.
to do.
We're just waiting for something
He
to
just
go
raises
wrong
up
at any
his
second
hand.
now.
He just raises his hand up and says, "The pact has been broken."
Do I insight? Can I insight, please? May I?
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna lean. Who's closest to me?
That's a 22.
I'm gonna say me, sure.
22. He seems genuine.
I'm closest to you, Madden. I'm
I would
I
just
let
lean
go,
over
I-
to Sylvan and ask, like, what does that mean?
I
Alright.
think it just means that he's like not under the evil thing.
I'll lower my staff.
oh,
Yeah, at least that's what he says.
I was under the control of Ungaro. It is true. It is oh so true.
And how did that control come about? Did you sign a pact
Why
with
did
him?
Why did you do that?
Can we not talk here? And he starts looking around, realizing you guys you're still standing out in just a public street.
here.
I
to,
don't know where we are, but can we please go somewhere a bit more private?
Come with us. We'll take you to the inn.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
My eyes will not let go of his fucking
He starts,
movements.
at this point, he starts grabbing his own arms, like squeezing his forearm. Kind of like feeling up it, like realizing that he's corporal, he's real, he's feeling himself and understanding that he's fine. He's truly mortal again.
I lead to the inn, but I don't sheath my sword.
Yeah, I'm like piercing everything he does with my gaze.
You walk back to the inn. You walk inside. He takes a seat. A bartender moves around, giving some drinks. He takes one. So, ask away. I know there's an onslaught of questions waiting for me.
Like I said, why were you under the control of Ungro? Where did this come about?
I was young. Young and very, very stupid. The king, Rigmond, he found out about my affair with one of his wives. I couldn't help myself. I mean, I loved her. Now she's gone.
Sorry
that-
about that.
I loved her far too dearly to just watch her waste away as a wench for some king, serving for nothing more than just her body. I wanted to give her everything. I wanted to have that everything.
Just out of curiosity, would that have been Miriam?
Yes, Miriam.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it was 50-50. Heads or tails.
She was already dead.
Oh, thank God.
Guys, she was dead. She was dead when she was burnt alive. She was dead. It was a corpse.
We could have done it if she was still alive.
She was very much dead.
So bad.
Alright, I'm sorry.
You burned your mother's body.
Well, give her the send-off she deserved. Let's go.
A Viking funeral just like Tipsy. With no water. Underground.
That's beautiful, man.
Thanks.
Oh, God.
When Silnan came along, he was the first. It was not a planned. It was not planned at all. But I couldn't give away the idea of having a child of my own. I was born and raised on those streets of the wharf, barely making a name for myself. It felt too perfect. You were born, Silnan, and you were beautiful. You look just like your mother. We planned out a happy life after that, keeping you in secret. Planning to leave the wharf, buy a house, Shaygrove maybe. Just live somewhere out, away from the king. Live a happy life. But when she was pregnant with Br'aad, that is when it all went wrong. I'm afraid she fell ill during her pregnancy. And the king was very quick to take notice. Once he discovered that there was something inside of her, it was especially not one of his own, he knew what he had to do. I was pulled from the picture. And she was killed right after Br'aad's birth. Only keeping you around in hopes that you'd grow up to be one of his good little soldiers. He killed her. The same day you were born, not minutes after. She had no time to hardly even see your face.
How does this get to Ungaro?
Sorry, I'm on a tangent.
What?
I needed a way to be powerful. I mean, I watched my wife be killed in front of me. My 2 children pulled away from me. I was next. I had to run away knowing that he'd kill me as well. I needed some form of power, some way to fight back, some way to stop this corrupt king from getting everything he wanted. And that's when it happened. I went out. I was on a ship, setting sail, leaving the wharf, in hopes to return one day with enough strength, enough power to fight against this king. But I fell overboard. It was a rainy, stormy night when I departed. They couldn't find me in the sea. I remember the feeling of drowning. I remember seeing his eyes opening in those depths. He told me that I was weak. But with him, I would be strong. Like he already knew what I'd been through. He told me that I could have revenge for Miriam, for my children, for me. All I had to do was listen. I was foolish for saying yes. Looking back, I knew I was foolish for saying yes, but what's a man to do? At this point, you can see the tears swelling in his eyes as he's looking mostly towards Br'aad and Silnan and nobody else at this point. What was a man to do to save his loved ones? To be strong so he could protect them, when he's always felt like the weak link.
I think Br'aad just looks kind of horrified at everything he's just been told.
I insight check once again.
Go for it.
That is a 19.
19, he seems genuine, once again. Still, nothing about his facial expressions or his tone of voice seems off-putting or fake at all to you.
There are no shortcuts to having that kind of strength.
And I know that now.
Also,
I learned
looks
that
very
the hard
stoic,
way.
by the way.
What was that?
Silnan just kind of looks very stoic.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know that now. But back then, I was desperate. There had to be some way to stop this king, right? I saw it simply as a way out, as a simple way to win. And that was foolish of me. And I know that now. And my actions are the sole reason why we lost many lives. Because of me, Ungaro grew in power. And in turn, lives were lost. But now, I know. Out of that pact, I can remember clearly. I can think on my own accord. I want to help you. By the gods, I want to help you. Knowing that I solely am responsible for deaths after deaths for my own selfish needs. I'm willing to give you any advice, any tips you need, anything you need to know. I'll even fight on the battlefield alongside you. I'll die knowing that I died righting my wrongs.
Maybe let's not think that far ahead. But information, that's why you're here.
Yes. What do you need to know? Ask me anything.
Thank you for the gold. Reddit, sorry. Back on my continent.
Oh.
So, we need to ask him stuff, gang.
Yes, we need to ask him stuff.
Bruh.
I'm down to keep talking while you guys sit there and distraught.
This is a huge bruh.
But
All right, hang on.
I don't want to just.
I
I
don't
don't want to just take over. It's your dad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
take your time to think. Take your time to think. Let's let Sonnen and Br'aad do something next for sure, I think.
Yeah, after.
But I think it was cool that I got to tell him he's stupid.
After they saw their father and just blank-minded, just like fucking dial-up noises.
Like, fuck, he's actually here.
I have a lot going on in
And
my
they
mind.
just dial-up noised and just sat.
Well, this is probably not the best time for reconciliation. So reconciliation?
Yeah, no.
Reconciliation.
What was the last thing he said again? That he was
he'd
going to
be-
help us?
Yes,
He wants to help.
he'd be willing to die in battle to
Yeah.
right his wrongs.
And I said back up.
Back up a bit. Okay. Well, we are going to need your help. Yeah. Mostly we need to know about our enemy, Ungara. Anything you know, weakness, maybe. I mean, he's a giant turtle, for God's sake.
Right.
I don't know how to fight that thing.
There's not... I don't want to be the one to say, but... there's not a lot of hope when it comes to fighting something like Ungaro. Being there firsthand, being under his control, I know too well of his power. But I know what we have to do. In fact, I know the key to destroy Ungaro.
It's convenient.
The key lies not with us, but with the dwarves.
With the dwarves.
The dwarves, yes, they have a weapon.
I think we already know about this.
Do you? Well, that's very fortunate timing then. This weapon they have, if you can get it running, it's some sort of relic from what Ungaro has talked about. It requires a lot of sacrifice to be operated, but when it is operational, it and it alone is the one thing that can stop his onslaught.
Sacrifice? We're not killing anyone.
I'm not asking you to, no. I don't know how the machine works. I don't know exactly if it's blood necessarily only. I don't know, I've never seen it. I just know of its powers. It alone has the power to control the sea levels. Something that only it can do. There's nothing else known on this mortal world that can control something that powerful.
After he says blood, I look towards Velrisa a little bit and look back. It controls the sea levels.
Aye.
So if we can get him out of water, he's weaker. Is that...
Well, I suppose that you could do that. I was meaning more, we can stop him from rising the seas. He can keep the seas at the correct level with this.
That wouldn't kill him.
That would not, but that would stop him from getting stronger. If the seas flood the world, there is no hope in anyone stopping him. If the entire world becomes his terrain, there's no hope.
A large boat with many animals. Oh, if that would have happened, I was just thinking.
I see.
So, what if we got... Guys, now correct me if I'm wrong on this. Would it put him in a disadvantage if we got rid of the ocean?
How do you just
I
get
think
rid of the
very
ocean? Where
slow.
do you put it?
Br'aad, you'd be killing quite a lot of things with that. Probably including
Well,
yourself.
he would be killing like more things. It'd only be for like a bit.
So, like, where do you put it?
Now, moving the ocean is a little bit out of my expertise. But if you give me...
Trying to be Moses. Split the sea, bro.
Sorry, just think about it. We'd only remove all of the oceans for a bit, you know? It's not like it would wipe out all of sea life as we know it. For just get rid of all the oceans for a bit.
Some fish can live for up to like... You know, I lived in the wharf. Some fish can live for up to anywhere from 5 minutes to 2 hours out of water. So if we did it really, really quick...
Br'aad,
Wow.
I need to level up about 15 more times before I can do something so fast.
Can you even level up that many more times? I don't think that's like
Exactly.
physically possible. Wow.
I can't.
Why are we talking about leveling up in character voice? Wow, Tax, you can level up that many times?
No way.
So that's what that weapon does.
Oh, not only that, but you can also man it. A person can control it and use it to fire comet-sized projectiles.
Wouldn't that just fuck up the earth?
Yes, it would.
So sick though.
That's why I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying what this artifact can do.
Now, it would be much cooler, Br'aad, if we destroyed Ungaro without that. Like, what can you imagine going
What
into
if
it?
things look
him to
really?
death.
But what if things look really bad, and so we shoot him with a big comet? Wouldn't that be so cool, though?
If things looked really
a
bad,
good last
we
ditch,
get a
yeah.
boat and a lot of animals.
You're really on this, huh?
I'm just saying.
That would never work. It makes no sense.
That's plan C. If the C, you
That
know,
would only fucking work in books and fairy tales.
Hey, you don't know anything, Hiltree. You don't know anything about the sea and the boats.
And about God. We need to kill this bit right here because holy shit. I already was pushing it, but that is pushing it.
That was so fucking funny though.
All right.
Other than that, Ungaro does have some other weaknesses. Radiance. That's one of the big ones.
Hey, Velrisa, can't you use radiance?
Hey, Velrisa, can you control the sun?
Maybe with 15.
Hey, is there
maybe with
another
15 more
artifact
levels
that
to
controls
access.
Is there another artifact that controls the sun levels so we can
Yeah,
just
what if-
bring that down a little?
What if we just bring the sun down on the earth?
I do not know of that one, but if you find it, let me know.
Why?
No,
What would you do with that?
I wouldn't. We're not there yet.
Right, sorry.
So where would sorry.
No, you go first.
Where would be the best place to fight him? We plan to go to Taxi's home continent and take him at the East Coast.
To die.
That's not the worst idea. I think that's actually a pretty smart place to fight him. As long as you find anywhere that's open, you have a lot of sight of the sea. There's no chance of him escaping or taking advantage of the terrain. I think that would be the best bet, yes.
So if we can landlock him somehow.
That would also be ideal. He can still move on land, but he's definitely not as strong when he's out of his territory, his home. No.
I've been kind of scared to ask because I don't know if this is how it works, but can I stab him? Is that how you kill? I was a big turtle. I don't know how you kill that.
That's a fair question.
Yes.
Very valid.
Of course, Mountain. You can stab him.
Yeah.
You have, in fact, a very strong sword on you. Something like that can still do some damage. The fire, maybe not so much. The sword, yes. It will still pierce his flesh.
Sick.
We.
This
do
all feels
have-
very bizarre.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
don't.
suggest that maybe we save planning and strategy for once we get everyone to die. And on that, I'm wondering what we will do with you
With
when
me.
we leave. Well, yes. To
You
be
can
quite
do
frank,
whatever
I
you'd
don't-
like. Imprison me, kill me. Do
Well,
what you
we're
want.
not going to kill you. We just brought you back. That would be very redundant.
If you do not trust me, I have no problem with you ending my life.
Well, it's really hard to trust someone who we have killed a few times, or more, or
Just
less.
one.
Who has tried to kill us? So it's the memories are still fresh in the brain there. Just once? We only did it once?
I'm pretty
We only
sure it was
killed
just
him
the one
once.
time.
That, the other one was a fake.
Felt like we're always running from Brendan. You know what I mean?
Brenda.
Yeah, there was that, and there was the blue orc.
You say my name like I'm a villain in opera.
Maybe I'm getting them mixed up.
No, you
Remember
kind
a
of
barber?
are.
Did you have a barber?
Did I have a barber? I mean, yes,
Yeah.
someone cut my hair.
No, like did
No,
he
I
cut
mean-
people too?
Did he cut
Was it-
people too? I certainly hope not.
Well,
His
how-
name is like Lupin?
Lupin.
Oh, you're referring to the collector. I see.
Yep, that's the
What
one.
about him?
Where'd he go? What happened?
We still have to
Kinda
take care of him.
I do not know. After the wake of Well, my demise. You took out those ancient ruins, wiping out quite a few of Ungaro's men. Wiping out me. My only memories after that have just been of torment. Ungaro trapped me in his world.
I think we need to take care of that collector at some point. I was given this gem. I put it somewhere.
This fucking sucks! My character sucks!
Wait, I don't know where it is. I don't have it anymore.
Did you lose it?
It was I've never ever lost anything on my body. It was the gem of banishment. It was Oriona's last gift to me.
Maybe
Gem
it
of
banished
banishment?
itself!
That's not how magic works.
Didn't you like fake banish? Did you accidentally banish somebody?
No, I've never banished anyone. I've never used it. I was saving it for this
Who
moment.
can say, but let's move on. Listen.
No, this is so bad. How am I gonna face her? I don't even have the gem.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's really tough. It's really tough. Keep better track of your stuff. Jesus, man.
Wait. I know what happened.
You stupid fucking cat.
Oh.
You better keep track of your things.
All right.
Does anyone have anything else they want to ask?
I think I was suggesting that we put a pause on this catching up, and
For
well,
what?
honestly, what?
And do what?
We're supposed to go to Luminessa.
Oh, I
It's
see.
true, we are supposed to go to Luminescence.
I've got one more thing I want to ask.
Ask away.
Are you, how closely related to Queen Mira of Targandor were you?
Queen Mira? I can't say I'm associated at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
She was also under a pact with Ungaro.
I do not know of these things. I
Oh, I didn't either.
didn't speak very frequently with other people under his control. I was merely a servant of his. I mean, he told me to do things in the wharf, and I did things. I did not have much outwards contact.
She had captured me and planned on using me as a sacrifice for what I assume is this weapon you speak of.
That sounds right. That sounds like something someone would do in a time like this. I would not, personally, but someone who is, evil, I guess is the better
If I
term
were
for
still
it.
evil, personally, I wouldn't have done that option.
If I by myself was a villain, I personally would not go that far, but I can see why.
She was quite insane.
I cut her head off.
I'm proud of you. Was it a clean cut?
You proud of me?
Shut up.
So, actually, my father, apparently there's some war going on with King Rigmond, and, you know more about him than anybody. Maybe we could get you with him at some point, and you could share your information with him as well.
I could share some information about that bastard, no problem. I thought you were about to ask me to go meet with him. I was going to ask you to kill me again.
Oh,
Oh, I see where Br'aad gets his humor from.
Bro, my character's a fucking wreck, dude.
so yeah, I'm gonna get a drink away from here.
You know what? I'm going to join you. As Br'aad looks like he's crying. Are you crying? Oh.
Am I allowed
too.
to go for a walk?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's a grown man, but he's also used to be evil, so I'm leaving it up to those two. Your sons. Mountain that drink?
You guys. Yeah, of course. Velrisa, would you care to come with us?
I don't see why not.
Please. I
Please.
mean, if you like.
I've already agreed, Tuxie.
And then everybody
Okay.
except for Stone and Br'aad just dip pretty much?
Yeah, just look towards. I
See you,
look at them with like scorn.
I look at them with a combination of gratefulness and terror.
You got this, huh?
I wink at Silman.
Don't.
I
I cast message at Taxi and say, I do not.
I laugh.
I can't fucking believe this. Okay.
Okay. Big boys. We're big boys.
We're big boys.
We're big boys.
We're big boys. We're big boys, and we both are feeling two different ways.
I'm a big boy.
You're saying out loud in front of our fucking recently resurrected father. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
So I guess we gotta role play this walk.
I guess so.
You guys are going on a walk with him?
We're going on a walk.
Okay.
Let's walk and
You
talk.
guys walk for a bit without
Bitch.
talking at first, I'm sure. Mostly just trading
Yes.
very awkward glances between the both of you. As Aldwin mostly just looks around. He seems to be really taking in the sights of the world again. He's looking at the buildings, the birds that fly by, the clouds. You see almost like a very childlike look on his face. It makes him look a little too much like Br'aad. As he has this brimming excitement that's noticeable on his face. He's looking around very excitedly as he's walking down the street.
So it was pretty bad, huh?
What was bad, Br'aad?
You know, having your soul taken afterwards.
Oh, it was endless torment.
Okay.
I know probably hasn't been that long since my demise, since that day, but to me it's felt more like centuries. It feels like time passed so slow in there.
Very good to know.
Endless, unnecessary torture.
Yeah.
I look towards Br'aad, very like, just kind of with a bit of a frown on my face.
Yeah. That sounds rough.
F.
Forever, huh? Okay. I might have a little bit of that ahead of me.
I'm just grateful that I'm back. I mean, for the short time I may even be here. I'm more so grateful to see both of you again. I mean, you see him start already choking up a little bit as he's saying it, but I really missed you. I did. And I wish I could have expressed that more before, but I wasn't in my own mind. I wasn't in my own head. I couldn't feel my own emotions. I wanted so desperately to reach out and tell you how much I didn't want to hurt you.
I'm really sorry for killing you and like father, like God. Like, what? That was so stupid. Like that I said that.
It's not that stupid. It was kind of cool. I've always wanted to own a gun myself.
You really thought it was kind of cool?
Of course. Guns are so sick. What do you mean?
3 grown-ass men take a walk. Oh my god, this is beautiful.
Grown-ass men take a walk.
I know what it's like. You know, and they take what you want, and you're in the back seat of yourself, and they take what you want and they twist it beyond recognition.
Yes, they do. You know, Br'aad, when I first saw you again, I saw the markings, I saw the magic, and I was so sad to know that one of my children followed in my footsteps. I would have never wanted a life like this for the either of you. Every night, even though I couldn't see you, I prayed to whatever gods were above, hoping you'd have normal lives. You'd grow up in the orphanage, maybe get the hell out. Go somewhere else, have a job, have a family. I didn't want a life like this for the either of you. But...
And what did you do about that?
I did
maybe
the wrong
with some
choices.
guidance, Br'aad wouldn't have been in this situation, huh?
I wish I could have been there for the both of you. I do. It's all I wanted. I was pulled away. The king would have killed me if I stayed in the wharf, if I stayed anywhere above ground. I would have been dead. I wouldn't have been able to be any kind of father anyway. I'd have been wasting away in a grave. And sure, that would have been better than what I became. I know that. I know that if I would have just died out like he wanted me to, life would have been better for the both of you. And I know that. I was too prideful. I was too arrogant, thinking that I was the hero of the story. That I was the one who was going to take out the king, bring my sons out of this world and show them a better life. I was stupid to listen to the warped words of a deity.
You know?
Now might be the last chance you get, you know?
And I won't let it go away. I don't expect either of you to forgive me. I would never expect that after what I put you through. After the life that you went through. You know, I grew up in an orphanage as well. I know it's not the best, especially, and he kind of pulls back his hair to show one of his elven ears. Especially when you have some of these. I know it's not an easy life. And I so desperately wish it wasn't the one that was handed to you. But I'm here now. By whatever miraculous have brought me here. I'm here now. And I want to try to right every wrong I've ever done.
Can we kill this stupid turtle thing? I want to know what it's like to have a dad.
I would love nothing more than after everything is over, to be that father neither of you ever had. I know you're adults now living your own lives. I know you're adventuring. You're with your friends. You're partying. You're questing money, fame, doing whatever you want.
Are you gonna give us the talk?
I'm not here to give you no talk, no. I'm just saying that I can't really step in and be a father anymore. It's too late in your lives for that. You're adults now. You're grown up. And so I looked over at fucking Nate. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, me too.
I'm really not sure what's going on.
You crying, bro?
Oh, I see. I was like, oh my god, he's going through the ringer over there.
I'm here for you, dog. Hold my hand.
Homie's here for you. I know that at this point in your lives, you don't need a father figure anymore, but I still want to be there in your lives no matter what. I want to make up for lost time. And I don't expect that to be an immediate thing. I don't expect both of you to just look at me and accept me after what's happened.
I look at what's Silnan looking like? I'm looking at Silnan.
Someone's not happy about anything he's saying.
I wouldn't imagine he would be.
Bro, we're having two very different responses.
Not in the slightest. I'm remaining silent because I don't want to ruin Br'aad's vibe. But also,
no, bro, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. I know what I'm doing.
You're gonna have to.
You son of a bitch.
Dude, Br'aad's a fucking naive guy. Like,
yeah,
and he's been through the same shit. This is 100% what he'd do, though.
Yeah, true.
You just gotta do it.
As I said, I don't expect both of you to accept what I'm saying. I don't expect both of you to forgive me. I don't expect to ever be forgiven for the actions that I've done. Just let me prove it. Wait for that day to come. Let me help you.
Listen, I have no intention of ever forgiving you. I didn't bring you back to act like, or I guess we didn't bring you back to act like our father or anything of the sort. You're just useful to us right now, okay? You could have been a father way back when, even if you had to bring us underground or anything. No, instead you didn't do anything. You did nothing. You had me do things I didn't want to do. Of course, it would be you who was behind that, huh? The one pulling the strings when I was trying to make it by on the streets, huh? That's great.
I wanted so desperately to help the both of you, Silnan. I want you to understand this. I made a mistake by listening to Ungaro, and I know that now. And I know that just knowing that, hindsight is not going to forgive the actions that I've done. I put you both in terrible positions. In positions where I could never assist. In positions that I could never help you with.
Well, you know, Ungaro was right. You are weak. You were weak. You're still weak. You could have done something. I'm sure. You know, we went through hell on the streets of the wharf. Because
I went through hell too, Silnan.
Yeah, sure.
Do you not understand this? I love you. And I will say that as many fucking times as I need to get it through your head.
I don't want to hear it.
I know you don't want to hear
I
it. You're
don't.
just like your mother. You're arrogant, but listen to me, please. I did everything I could to break from that pact after I knew it was a mistake. But he had me under his control every single time I even thought
You don't need
of
to say
trying.
it. You don't need to. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I don't believe you. We need your help. That's the end of it.
And I
Okay.
understand that. That's fine. You don't have to believe me.
I'm gonna go drink with everybody else. I walk ahead fast.
Yeah. And then I go at Silnan.
He just kind of stands there and starts looking down, not really moving from that spot, as you guys walk off into the distance.
So back at the bar.
Back at the bar.
Throwing him back.
Did you guys have anything you wanted to say, Velrisa Mountain? Because I do, if not.
I wanted to talk to just Velrisa, but you can say what you want to say for sure.
Okay, sure. I can give you an opportunity to do that. I look at Velrisa while I'm drinking with you guys. Hey, Velrisa,
Yes.
have you ever been in love?
Like, in what kind of way? Like with...
Like, have you ever... Okay, this is going to sound bizarre. Have you ever had a dream and there's 4 meaty, muscular men?
Bro!
Big,
Let me get there first, am I right?
beefy men.
Oh, Wooga.
And they're escorting the person you're in love with. Have you ever had this kind of feeling?
I just imagine Mountain like across the table, just like...
Now I'm just looking into his drink, but like nodding, like, yeah.
I can't even answer. I just want to laugh.
I'm
please
totally
answer.
laughing in character like that.
This isn't funny, Mountain. It's a serious question.
I'm sorry.
You're saying
I'm sorry.
the person that you love, and there's 4 men around her.
And they're
like,
huge, beefy.
well, that's a good thing, Taxi.
Whoa.
That means the one you love is being protected.
But they're everything that you're not.
Says who, Taxi?
Says my dreams. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be in my room if you need me.
Holy shit. What the fuck is this, dude?
And there I go
You
after
should not
doubting my.
So,
Taxi drunkenly stumbles back up the stairs crying.
Taxi stumbles away, and I act like if nothing weird happened.
He should not drink. I'll let a little bit of time pass by. Just drinking quietly.
I'll sip a fat water.
Sip of fat water. I'll look over to Velrisa. Hey, I know it's a long shot, but your goddess, what
Ouija.
was her name? Ouija. Oh. If she can bring people back, could she just
is there a way I could talk to her? To my wife? Just one time. Doesn't have to be now. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know how the magic works at all.
Well, there's definitely ways of doing that. And definitely ways of speaking to the dead. It not just through Ouija, but through all forms of magic, and there's definitely a way. And as for bringing her back, going through Ouija definitely wouldn't be much of an option. She rarely bends the rules of death.
I understand.
Because it's not a rule meant to be broken. There's always going to be consequences to it. But I'm sure there's a way. And I'll do everything I can to help you be led to it. And maybe you get to speak to her or even see her once again.
That's all I want. At least it was. I guess we have a responsibility now, right? Can't just not care anymore.
I would hold out your hope, Mountain. It should be something worth fighting for. Hoping that one day you might get to see her or hear her again. It shouldn't just be something you forget about.
Couldn't if I tried.
Just in the fucking room, you hear Taxi crying over these 4 beefy men escorting Oriana.
The bartender just looks up like,
Dream fucked me up for the entire day, bro.
Jesus Christ.
When your girl mad at you for something you did in her dream. That's Taxi.
God damn it.
Taxi is your girl.
We should,
at this point, Silnan and Br'aad, you guys make it back to the tavern. As you come in, it's just Velrisa and Mountain drinking. Taxi nowhere to be seen.
Why is Taxi crying? I can hear him from down here.
I sit down next to Mountain, take his drink, and just like fucking down it, dude.
Really? Con save.
Silnan comes in and he says it, and I say, oh, he said something about 4 men and his girlfriend.
What?
I got a 9.
You got a 9? You
Yeah.
drink it all, and then immediately start
Sick.
running towards the nearest loo to hopefully relieve yourself from vomiting.
Sounds
As
good.
you feel your stomach immediately start churning as you can. A few moments pass. At this point,
Why?
you guys can talk while Br'aad runs away to vomit. If anybody wants to say anything, really quickly.
Is there anything? Yeah.
I know this can't be easy for you, but it is.
What's hard about this?
Well, I mean, it's your fucking dad. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel anything. I don't care about him. It's fine.
Look, Silnan, don't be an asshole, okay?
What do
Learn
you
from me.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I just don't want you to
You know what he
make the same
he's
mistakes
done.
that I made. I know.
Br'aad comes back, drunk as fuck.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this in front of Br'aad.
I understand. Come here, Br'aad. Come on.
I walk over next to Mountain, and my body's like this, and then my top half just goes at a 90-degree angle into the table.
Just massive head plant.
Well, that I think he's all here right now.
Let's say we get you one more drink and get you to bed.
That's not a smart idea.
Oh, another drink. I should drink.
It is midday.
Oh.
Like, probably.
It's midday.
Is it midday?
I mean, I'd say we'd be approaching evening at this point.
I
We'll go and say
consider
it's probably approaching evening.
Well, maybe you could just sleep there. I don't know. I'm gonna
bring Br'aad up to his room.
Silnan, have you ever been in love?
Yes, Br'aad, I have.
Okay, I'm not gonna do the bit. I'm not gonna do it more than that. I think it's just funny to end it there.
What if you saw your dad with 4 big men?
No.
Oh no. Oh, what a
The 4
tough
big beefy
spot.
men are us.
So, Br'aad, you're incredibly intoxicated.
Fuck yeah, I am.
What do you think Br'aad would do in this situation? Br'aad has just seen his father again. Br'aad has seen his father again, and since killing him, still has very much fatherly feelings towards him, but feels like he cannot, and especially knowing how Sylvan feels about it. What do you think at this point Br'aad would do while intoxicated?
Go to Mountain and make whatever bad choices Mountain decides are a good idea. He would go to Mountain and he would try and brainstorm bad ideas and things to.
Okay, listen. Super Sandwich, Super Sleuth was just our fucking origin story. It's our time now. You understand this?
Mountain, I'm back. I don't want to go to bed yet.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm hungry. I want to make a sandwich.
This is
okay. All right.
It's almost been 4 hours.
No,
guys.
Mountain. What do you want to do? Let's kill shit. Is that what you do?
Please, last time this took the whole episode. It's almost been 4 episodes.
I thought
Mountain,
4 hours,
I just gotta do something, man.
I know just the thing. Come with me.
Yeah, we're the Faded, and I flip over a chair and go with them.
What should we even do?
Not cry, not talk about feelings, not see my father, and not talk about four big men.
At this point, Hilltree comes out and goes, "Oh, I have an idea."
Hilltree, yes. What's your idea?
He reaches behind. He pulls out 2 big bottles of whiskey from behind him.
I like this guy. Have I told you I like this guy?
Hey, listen, the night's just young. Hey, take a few drinks with me. We go out. It's a night of debauchery.
The butchery. Sure. Let's look at some meats. Take one of the bottles. Okay. Let's go, man.
And then
hit the town.
Mountain, Hilltree, and Br'aad.
And do unspeakable things.
We hit the town with the boys.
They just leave the tavern drinking and screaming off into the night.
We're gonna get up to some shenanigans.
I'd like to
You think
wake
they're
up
gonna
in a
be
gutter.
okay, Velrisa?
No.
I'd like to wake up in a gutter surrounded by a huge fire that we set to make sandwiches.
And
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. At this point, after they exit, a few moments pass. Onder comes into the tavern.
By the
say
time
hello to
Andre gets
Velrisa.
there, Taxi's crying has muffled into complete silence. He cried himself to sleep.
Okay, so it's probably just Sylvan and
What's he
Velrisa
dreaming
left.
about?
I don't wanna know.
He enters. He enters and sees just the 2 of you, and goes, "Have the others retired already?"
If you can call it
No.
that.
I mean, they've retired as in they're going out for a night of debauchery while drinking whiskey, and the taxi cried himself to sleep, I guess.
Oh, I was young once as well.
You cried yourself to sleep when you were young?
And also drank a lot of whiskey. Anyway, how did it go?
Well, we made our choice.
Oh, who did you decide on?
My father.
Yes.
Oh. Where is he now? He looks around.
I don't fucking know.
Didn't you guys go for a walk?
Yeah, and then I ditched him.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Wasn't your father evil?
Yeah, he was really pissing me off, let me tell you what.
You ditched an evil man in the streets of Tagendor.
Yeah, one second thought, that might not have been too smart. I blame everybody else because they ditched his 2 children who are very emotionally vulnerable and probably traumatized a little bit to be stuck with their father alone.
We asked you if you were ready before we brought him back.
And then they abandoned us to come drink.
Well, we just went to the bar. You guys went on the walk. It's totally your fault, bro.
I don't think I'll ever understand the machinations that happen within the Fated 5.
We're kind of fucking stupid. It's just how it is.
What I will
Speak
say
for
is,
yourself, bro.
I'm gonna go out and look for your father and hope he's not killing anyone.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
You 2 should probably get some rest. We're heading to Taxi's homeland tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
I thought we were going to Luminessa first.
Probably both, but I'm not.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, we could also head to Luminessa first. No problem. Either way, we'll get it done tomorrow. Yeah.
Right.
Right. I'm gonna go save the streets from a villain. You guys get some good rest. By the gods. And he just stomps out the tavern.
You gonna be okay? Doesn't he have like no powers now?
He's
Just
He's-
one scrawny blonde dude.
I mean, he's
Not even
fading.
blonde. He's got mad gray hair. He's old. He's like he's almost 80. He's almost 80.
Do people in the D&D world, instead of saying like, oh my god, they just say by the gods? So if they were texting, would they say like BTG? instead
Yeah, I
of
guess.
OMG?
GG. Okay.
That's incredible.
BTG.
That's just, I mean, I like saying by the gods. I think it sounds cool.
BTG.
Oh, bro, I'm ready to make some fucking mistakes. What am I gonna do? Kill my mom
decision.
twice?
No, here's what's
Let's go.
here's what's gonna happen. As Onder leaves the tavern, as Silnan and Velrisa retire to their rooms as well, as Taxis cried himself to sleep, worried to death about Oriana and what muscly men she might be getting herself involved with.
I love our
Br'aad,
podcast, dude. It's so
Br'aad, Mountain, and Hilltree go for a
Also-
night of long drinking and a lot of antics that we'll find out exactly what they got into next episode.
Next time, just roll with it.
Oh, rats!
Thank you to all the wonderful people who are supporting us on Patreon, including the fantastic, holy shit, there's 140 of you, what the fuck? Anna Blaze, Brian Jacome, Cornier Comet, Jumpiest Venus 34, Greg Lee, Zucchini, Pierce Schofield, Percy and James, Liege, Lawless Levi, Trenton, Valerie V, Kodiak Spies, Ben Hagier, Noah Poole, Mormon Lucas, Robert B, Matt the Tart, sure. Maybe a vampire. I hope not. Last time we saw one of those things, we killed them. Michael McGax, Edgy Moss, Killer Queen, Seth Etherton, Finnessy, Get Some Sleep, Condi, No You, Pickle, Corn Files, Munchin' Knight, Aurelia, Megan, Ethan Bell, Giovanni's Meatballs. I'm sure those meatballs taste fantastic, Giovanni. Halmy, Pure Value Sins, Snowplexus, Babsy, Vondreher, Sid Hudson, Monabel, Justice Jones, Oofy, Mason McTeer, Scout Trees, Cool Man Dude Man, Flimsy Dread, Persisted Crib, Deadstroke, Mirren, Opfipips, Nova Rosewood, Jack Armor, Angel Fluff, Logan Busby, Squeegee Man, Purple PDF, Tinkerbell, Slime Goblin, Vent Goblin, Lottie, Riker Kurotu, Charlie Venglor, Chris Buck, Punboy and Pengirl, Kira M, David F, Nada Simps Too Much, Stop Simping Nada, you can't do that, Nurine Darky, Curious Cosplayer, Quiver, Lyric Arabate, one of the two, Storm, Bugsy Burners, Jewboy, Kodoke, Kayla, Lyric Normal, Tiny PP Little Weeby, Master Mateus, Asteria Nix, Josh Patekik, George Dolby, Critical Miss, Godspeed, Iron Bucket, Lego Yoda. That's the deaf sound he makes. It's pretty funny. Together, the big motherfucking cheese, Demo Sath, Thevi McSneakyson, Imperative, Rocky, It's Drifty, Sharding, Kuel, Loomy, Lord Bobster, Mountains Thunder Thighs, Gingernopolis, Pariah Purple, Slatica Gaming, Mania Joe, Kayak, Tate Rodon, Little Miss Monarch, Katie Bean, Hard Corgi, Bella, Desert Pen 15, Korik, Let's Get This Broad, Colton Bradburn, Husey, Vatic, Salutation, The Cult of Vel, Hyperretron, Mirth Alders, Reg, Heck, Iron Bucket. All my homies hate him. It's true. Everybody hates Iron Bucket. One Sock Thief, Jerkin Lightner, the book collecting dust eating rat. That's a lot of stuff that you do there. Melissa Honeycutt, Tiny Mr. Man, Wilbur Dunham, Mr. Woods, Cadus, Darnell the Cat, Yeshua Bonadio, Wholesome, Mayfair, Paco El Taco, Jessifer, Ben Teabag, Bearded Baguette, Millionito, Br'aad, Pie Incorporated, Divinator, Oathkeeper, Red Ice, and Jay Newell. Thank you all for watching the podcast. We really appreciate it. And we wouldn't be able to be weekly if it weren't for you guys and being our patrons. You know, I can't word right now. Okay, bye.